So, this week we are back to our D&D campaign, and we left off our travelers in the basement of a tavern in the attempt at a jailbreak, which they successfully did after having to kill some guards. They managed to successfully get both Rowan and two were creatures out with them.
And a dead body.
And a dead body, yes. After a previous guard had called for assistance, you guys barred the door to prevent them from getting in. And as you guys were making your way out of the fighting pits, you heard a commotion coming from that door, which is up the stairs, which is currently the only way you guys know how to get out of here. So why don't we go ahead and roll for initiative, and we can figure out what you guys are doing and in what order.
Mm-hmm.
13.
You keep the initiative track for me, or am I doing it?
Do you want me to?
You can. Yeah, sure. One less thing for me to worry about.
Oh, I accidentally opened up Celeste's character sheet.
Oh.
Nobody knows why we're crying.
I even opened up the Bard one. That was even longer ago. Okay, I got oh no, I'm only at 40 HP. Woo! 21.
Okay, hold on.
I'm sorry.
God
Christian.
damn it!
Don't yell at me. I apologize.
Okay, Chatz.
13.
That seems really low for you.
I roll low.
21.
Oh, skip.
My initiative's
Finnick.
10. I rolled really high.
Rowan.
23.
There are bears. I do not need bears.
Well, I mean...
You need a werebear.
You need one bear.
Yep.
Well, I already deleted it, so...
That's okay.
And one rat and a dead body.
Well, the dead body does not get initiative. I'm sorry.
What if I want to throw it at the guards?
Then it's a weapon, not a person.
Hold on.
Roll
His
for
name is
Rod.
Clifton?
Clifton is the bear, yes.
Yes.
The boyfriend bear.
Rowan's new
And what
boyfriend
did
bear.
he roll?
He
Partner bear.
rolled a 15.
Cuddle bear.
Aw, teddy bear.
Is there anyone else that I need
His
to...
name should have been Teddy.
Evelyn.
Oh,
who-
yeah, the were-rat.
The were-rat. Yes. She rolled...
The widow.
An 8.
I'm just going to put Eve, because I don't know how to spell Evelyn, and I don't care. You said 8?
8, yes.
Well,
It's like-
fuck me all around.
Did you get the
What'd you
lowest?
get?
7.
Oh.
So close.
Don't you have advantage on your initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled
Ow.
a 3 and a 4.
Oh my gosh! That is so bad. Okay.
Thanks, I know.
Maybe you're meant to be last. There's some reason you're meant to be last. Okay, so, to set the scene,
2.
that's fine. To set the scene, you guys are, I believe almost all of you are down in the pit,
Except
making
for
your way
these two.
out.
Yeah,
except
we're
for,
barring the door.
yep.
So you guys get to meet the guards.
Because you put a chair in front of the door. Was there any other preparations? I don't remember off the top of my head if you did anything else to bar the door.
I have not gotten to do anything yet, being I'm last.
Okay, cool. So who is? Let's just start there. You guys are up top, and you guys are down in the pit. Okay, so who's first initiative?
Rowan.
Okay, Rowan, what are you doing?
I'll finally be able to look around at everybody and say, "That's really good to see y'all.
Missed you.
Didn't think you'd come back, to be honest. Not in a bad way, but, like, this is a bad place. But I'm glad that you all did.
I'm not going to leave you here.
A lot of people have left me before, so...
I'm not other people. They're not other people.
It's
We don't have a
not
lot of
the
time to talk, and this is all your fault.
Fair enough.
I can't even, there's no arguing.
So, Rowan.
What you doing?
I am gonna climb up to, I'll be kind of off to the side from from where these guys are barring the door.
Okay, so they're up some stairs, like up a set of stairs. You are down. We'll just say you guys are right at that door in the pit. So are you staying down in the pit, or are you climbing up out of the pit?
No, I'll climb up out of the pit.
Okay, so go ahead and give me athletics or acrobatics, either way.
Use acrobatics.
We'll see what.
14.
Yeah. So we'll say you get down real low and you get ready and you just spring up and bounce off of the two sides and you nimbly land on top. So you have plenty of movement. So you can survey the area. That's not necessarily your action, just to climb that. I would consider that part of your movement because you're a monk. So do you want to do anything else in preparation?
Any of you all got any more of that healing? I could use a bit of it.
I think we all could.
I'm tapped.
I have a bit, but you've just ran away from me.
Fair enough.
Bye.
I'm actually... I'll stand about, say 30 feet, back from where these guys are.
Okay.
And I will just, I'll ready some punches for whatever comes through the door.
Okay, sounds good. Who's next?
Now you can heal.
I will shimmy up the side.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics to try and get out of the pit.
Probably acrobatics. 17.
Yeah, you're fine. So again, you saw what Rowan did, and you're like, I can do that much better. And you just do a front flip up and land 3-point style.
Spot on the knees.
I wink at him and I go, looks like you're not the only show off.
So what are you doing?
Do you know of any other exits?
I've been in jail.
Didn't this used to belong to your family?
Not that. That's a new addition.
Right. Of course it is. Okay. And then I, reach up to you and, brush your hair back out of your face. And, grab your head in my hands and make sure that you got your, the eye thing. Make sure you don't have a concussion or some shit while I heal you.
How far away is that happening from?
30 feet from, because remember he's standing 30 feet
Can I
down.
see that?
Yeah, you definitely would see it. You're probably, barring stuff, and you look back and see that she...
Scowl.
Oh, okay. So, several of you would... I'm assuming you're not hiding it in any way, right? Okay, so you guys see Finnick just look down and scowl.
Oh man,
at
I
you.
rolled so bad.
Oh, good.
9.
I'll take it.
That was a 3rd level healing.
That's
It was really bad.
a 1 and a 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything else? You moved. You probably have a little bit more movement if you really want to. But you... I'm assuming that's an action. So you still have a bonus action.
any bonus actions that I can use. I don't.
I appreciate it, Sapphire, but the doting is unnecessary.
I just watched you get your ass kicked a few hours ago. I was worried.
Okay.
I smack
Fine.
you on the back of the head.
And
then-
9-day
roll.
and then ready my weapon because we're going to have to fight our way out of this. I'm going to ready an attack if a guard comes down.
So you pull out your bow.
No, I don't ready an attack because I use my action to heal him, but I pull my bow out and I'm ready to fight.
Yeah. I know what you meant. Okay.
It's Clifton.
Clifton. Okay, so Clifton is gonna run. He's gonna run out and try and climb up.
Who is there?
He's strong. He
It's
can
obvious
probably
that
pull it.
Clifton
Big boy.
is someone else's next character. If anyone wants to admit to it now.
Fine, it's me.
Wait, Clifton's your next character?
Wait,
then?
you
That
speed with
explains
yourself?
why he won every fight.
Ah.
Oh, okay. So Clifton, you can see he is a very large man bear. Not a man bear pig, just a man bear. But he reaches up and he is very tall. He barely has to pull himself up, and he effortlessly pulls himself up, and is standing next to Sapphire. And he is going to scan the room. Okay, so he looks around and sees that you guys are helping bar the door. He's going to grab a table and start moving towards the door to help barricade it. He can't get there with his full movement, but he's preparing to help. Who's next?
Chatz.
I am running for the mage's body.
Okay.
Because I want to loot her.
Okay, so you're down in the
Didn't
pit.
we already loot the
I think
mage
we already
body?
looted
We
her.
already looted the mage.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I talked about doing that.
You talked about it, but no one has actually
Oh.
dug through and investigated.
for
I
some
looted
reason-
a guard trying to
I'm-
find keys.
Yeah,
but
because
that
I'm pretty
was
sure
it.
when he was doing that, I did that.
I thought that you.
Oh, did you?
I thought that
Yeah.
you looted her.
I
Oh.
did. Because I killed her and I was like, what should this bitch have got?
What did you get from her?
I don't remember
think
giving you
I don't think you
anything.
gave us anything.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I think that's where we kind of ended it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know you actually did that
Oh.
already.
It was wibbly wobbly, hazy wazy.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I mean, do you?
But yeah, let Chatz do it. Let's
I mean,
if anything's
You
good,
could
we'll
have dug
split.
through and maybe you missed something, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything. I think you said there might have been gold or something. I don't remember. Someone will tell us if they watch this.
I guess I don't recall, but
We'll just say that he maybe missed something or he
okay.
didn't do a great job of looking.
All right. So what do I need
That's
to
what the
do?
internet's for.
So first, to get out of the pit, give me an athletics or acrobatics to try and jump out.
She was close to the door, wasn't she?
Something like that. Yeah, but
She
she was
was
running
running
for the door,
towards the
and I
door.
shot her, and then that's when maybe we could say that I was gonna loot her, and
And then
that's when the thing. And so then
Yeah.
Duke and I ran out.
A 14.
14? Yeah. So you have a little difficulty getting up compared to some of these other people who effortlessly got up, but you managed to scramble up. I'm assuming you're using acrobatics, not athletics.
Yes.
Okay. So you tried to parkour like Rowan did, and your foot slips, but you managed to catch yourself and just pull yourself up.
Yeah, like your usual cat, where the back feet are going a lot faster than the front feet.
Yeah. Like you're
And trying to catch gravel. Yeah. Anyway.
I just want Freya to show it.
Anyway, so you managed to get up. You're on the side of the pit, and you run over to the mage. Go ahead and give me investigation.
Okay.
Oh,
It's dead.
nat 1. Okay, so
He just pees on her body.
so you start digging through. You start digging.
Don't be so distraught about this.
No, the pissing on the body was just funny. So
I'm sure that's the funny part.
well, I'm trying to anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're digging through her body, and Clifton whacks you with the table as he's running by. As you guys are doing stuff, he doesn't do any damage, but he knocks you on your butt. And you are distracted from your investigation, so you don't see anything immediately.
Okay.
If you really want to take your next action on your next turn to do it again, perhaps something will happen.
Okay.
But you obviously failed, unfortunately.
I wonder if you'll grant me this.
Okay.
As a free action, could I pull out that staff I found?
Sure.
And as a bonus action, could I spend that to throw it to Rowan and be like, catch?
Sure. So you dig the staff that you found, and as soon as you grab it, it's actually pretty cold to the touch.
Mhm.
It feels like you picked up
Herpes.
yes, cookies.
Cookies.
It feels like you picked up just a glacier in your hand. And with your passive perception, you'd be able to see some ruins that are along the side of the staff. And as you throw it, go ahead and give me acrobatics or athletics to throw it. Actually, why don't we both do it? So
Okay.
go ahead and give me acrobatics or athletics to throw it correctly and to catch it.
That's a 27 to throw.
Yeah, you're fine. So
It's 25 to catch.
yeah, so he chucks it at you, and it's like a torpedo. It goes right at you, and you just grab it out of your hand and.
I want to do a little twirl. I got to, because I have missile snaring as a
Oh,
bonus
yeah!
anyway, so
It's magic. Fuck him up.
what am I going to do with this?
Hit him with it.
Hit him!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is a quarterstaff.
Oh!
So
I thought it was a magic staff. I was like...
Could you use a magic staff?
I couldn't, I don't think.
I mean, but like, couldn't you use it in like?
I could use it to hit somebody.
But
with
you
it.
wouldn't use. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, when he throws it to you, it feels like you are gripping like a baby ice dragon egg. Like it is like
hold it against my face a little bit.
Oh yeah,
just for some of the.
Yeah, it definitely
Just
like
don't put your tongue to it.
Yeah, it cools you off a little bit, and it actually like feels like it's starting to fuse to your head because it's so cold and you're so hot.
Too much.
But again, you can see like runes along the side.
What is this thing?
Okay, so that's your
We haven't identified that.
correct.
Oh,
We
good.
we found it in the storeroom. We found all your stuff and then the staff that was clearly not for anyone, but I feel like you could make the most use out of it.
Fair enough. I will just add a quarterstaff to.
Don't
my-
worry,
Very cold
I'll add
cord-
it to your.
quarterstaff.
Don't worry about it.
That
it-
sounds like a Hardy Boys story. A
Quarterstaff.
very cold quarterstaff.
Anyway, so okay, that's. Do you want to do anything else?
No, I used my movement and my action, my bonus action, my free action, so I think I'm spent for this round.
Okay. I added it to your inventory.
Okay.
Fresh.
Maybe.
Who's next? Finnick?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Opening a can.
Yeah. Sure.
Whoop ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's just seltzer. How barred is the door?
Currently, there's a chair that's like preventing the door from opening.
Okay.
Do you want like you can put your body against it potentially, or
No.
I mean you can put there's a bunch of furniture down if you.
How far away is the table that Clifton was pushing towards us?
Well, he picked it up, but it's.
Is he currently holding it?
Yeah, he's currently holding it. I mean, you can like take it from him if you really want.
I'm not very strong, so I would not opt to do that.
Okay. I mean, you could help him if you want. Like,
I guess Finnick would look around and like
there's
he shoved the chair in, and he looked and see that this big beefy werebear is heading his way.
Mhm.
So he'll go, "Thanks for the help," and then he is gonna dash across the room.
okay. So you go
So,
down,
like-
go down the stairs,
Yeah.
and then where are you going from there? So there's
What's the shape of it? Isn't it like a square with a circle in it?
Yep, square with
Okay.
a circle in it, and then the bar is back here. That's pretty close to you, like the opening
Where
for.
is Sapphire? He would probably run close to Sapphire.
She was over by Rowan, so he's 30 feet away from the entrance. So
Okay, so he would probably go like within like 5-10 feet of her.
Okay.
And kind of like probably be behind her.
Okay.
But I have 55 feet of movement, so I
Yeah.
assume I can get there.
totally. You have
And
plenty
then
of-
I will pull out my bow, which I believe is still magical.
I think
And
so.
I would just ready to arrows, like notch 2 arrows in.
Go ahead and give me a perception check as you're like angling behind Sapphire and you're taking a scope of the area.
Uh, 17.
So, since you can see the door and you can also see the bar, you see there's a wall of just like casks of beer or ale or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can see there's a small gap between that wall and the like edge of the wall that goes towards where the door is.
Okay.
And you can see there's a small gap that has some light coming in.
So there's, like- I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Like
So-
enough that you could, like a person could walk down there, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And it's at the base of the stairs? So like it's like, are you saying there's another room back there, or
Behind the
it's
bar.
behind the bar. So
behind
the bar, like
so there's
the
like
bar,
a storage room probably behind the bar?
potentially. So there's the bar, which has a little opening in it that opens up to let the barkeep
Yeah.
in, and
So
then
it's-
there's like a wall that's 5 feet away from that, and then there's a small gap between that and the wall that's like separating it from the stairs. If that makes sense.
I've never been in a bar before, so I don't know what any of that looks like.
Fine.
I know it's against my religion.
As you drink White Claw.
Oh yeah.
I get
there.
Oh, I thought this was water.
You don't have to go to a bar to get White Claw.
Mm-hmm.
You might just not like bars in your religion.
But you see there's a small, like a walk-through-ish area that someone could go back behind that false
Yeah,
wall.
that's what I'm thinking. So, like, he would have saw that as he's running.
You would see it as you're
Or,
turning
like-
around and, like, focusing on the other side. Because you were looking, I'm assuming you were looking at Sapphire. You're like, I need to be over where she's
I
at.
was gonna look for. Well, I wanted to get away from the door
Mhm.
for some range.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to be in some melee.
That's fine.
And
And
also
then he would
Sapphire from Trevor.
Trevor. I don't remember the other one's name, and Rowan.
I don't remember what the other
I
other
wrote it down, I'm
handmaid
sorry.
name.
And also, I know she's the only one that can heal.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Not very
And
long.
he's her like best friend.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
she's his best friend. I should say it that way.
Oh.
Right. I shouldn't like
Yeah.
blame her, but like he's the closest there. Like, and Rowan's there. Like, those are the people he likes.
So as you position yourself behind them, you see this like sliver of light that's coming in from behind that area.
What I have heard, because you asked about
I
exits.
asked about exits.
Would I have heard that, like, in theory?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would explain as I like run over him, like, did you guys see that space behind the bar?
No?
There's some light behind the bar. It might be a storage room, it might be an exit. I don't know, but
Okay.
it's good to know.
Right. Yeah. We should check it out.
I was just over there, so I can't.
Duke, you're close to the. Go look.
I believe you were up the stairs with Finnick, right?
Where we ended, I was looking through one of the bodies.
Oh, okay. So I mean that would have been by the base of the stairs by one of the tables.
Okay.
So obviously Clifton is going to be running past you, and Finnick just ran past you. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't remember who this character is anymore.
Get ready, is it?
I said
Yeah,
I notched 2
yeah.
arrows. And they're still magical, because it's still the same fight. Because I think my thing says as long as you don't put it away, like as long as it stays in battle, and I think as long as it lasts for so many hours.
Oh, okay.
I'll look for that just to make sure.
Sounds good. So
But-
that's the end of Finnick's
Yeah.
turn. Who's next?
Evelyn.
Okay, so Evelyn is going to try and grab her husband's body and throw it up over the.
She manages to hook it on the rail.
It goes until I take a short or long rest.
Okay, sounds good. And it's imbued on your bow, right?
Yeah, it says right damage is magical and lasts while you hold the weapon or until you complete a short or long rest.
Okay.
And in theory, it's like still been in battle, like he's held the bow.
Yeah, you're fine. So she tries to throw his body up, and it just flops on top of her, and she just gets covered in more blood. And her face just looks like a little kid who got candy taken away from him. Like her eyes are welling up, and she just starts bawling again.
It's weird to put a comedic spin on
Someone's dead husband.
yeah.
But she's still in the pit. That was her action to try and throw his body up there, and she unfortunately failed. So she's just gonna look up at all of you and be like, "Can someone help me?"
I'm not very strong.
Because you guys are relatively close, but I'll let you guys decide what you want to do. Obviously,
Just going back to the previous
episode.
Did we determine that I cannot fit his dead body in my bag?
Correct.
Yes, we did have that
Oh.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you cut that? I don't remember.
No.
Oh. Anyway,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, you cannot fit his dead body in your bag of holding.
Could we fit it if we cut it in half?
Well,
Yes.
Dismember it, maybe. I don't know if cutting in half. I mean,
We could cut
Just
arms.
make him into another one of those other bags.
oh my god.
This is this woman's dead husband.
Yes. As she's bawling and covered in his blood.
what we need is not a bag of holding, but a trunk of many bodies.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I think
next?
I think Trump has that trunk already.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I don't know what camera's mine.
Both of yours.
Was I
Even
supposed to cut that?
No, you're fine.
Keep it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
who is after Evelyn?
They finally do.
Holy shit! I can play.
Yeah, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I just screamed at you to go check the light under the door.
so you're currently
Kind of.
standing over
Tracking things.
some dead
Wait,
boar
You were like, go check out the thing.
under the.
Behind the bar, there's a light. There's maybe a door or an
I'll
exit
go
or something.
Do that.
Okay. So you run into the bar. How much movement do you have? 40, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you have plenty to get in there. So you go behind that wall of beer, and you see a trapdoor that's hanging open that is letting some light in from upstairs.
That's where the barkeep went.
And you see a ladder that was extended down that's still currently there. That's what you. Some light is coming down into the chamber. So you can see what looks familiar to be the bar upstairs because you've been upstairs. Like you can see stuff that's on the walls.
Okay. Who out of everyone else? Who is like close together?
These three are the closest. Like, are you talking about close to you or close in
Not
proximity?
to me, just to each other.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
three
it's
are
all
probably
three
the
of us
closest
together.
to each
We're
other.
all standing right by each other.
Clifton's probably close by to them too, but
Okay.
because he just picked up a table.
So
He's closer to Chatz though, because he hit Chatz with the tape.
can I
Yes.
see? I can from here. Can I see
I
any
went
of
up
them?
the stairs.
He didn't get that far. Yes, you can easily see them, like
Okay.
because you have movement. Like you didn't use all your movement to get
I'm
in there.
going to do my invasive thoughts on either one of them.
Who? Which one?
Which, well,
You can see all three of
I
these
can
two.
see all three.
Yes. So which one are you doing it on?
Probably Sapphire.
Okay.
She'll listen to me the most.
What a party slut.
So you immediately hear Duke's voice in your head. I'm assuming you're not trying to disguise it in any way.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hear Duke's voice, and what are you saying?
There is a trapdoor here. Quietly let the others with you know.
I nod at you. I don't know if I can respond.
You can respond.
Yeah, it's a two-way.
telepathic link.
I think. Can I respond?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll let them know.
Thank you. Okay. So
From your passive perception, you don't hear any sound coming from upstairs. It sounds pretty quiet up there.
that was all of my movement to get here.
No, you probably still have a little bit more movement if you want to try and go up.
Am I able to just peek to see if there is any what's up there?
Yeah,
If there's anyone, or...
you could probably make it up the ladder and look around for a little bit, but you probably can't get up the ladder. You can start making your way up.
I will go that far then.
Okay, so you have your head peeking up. So you immediately see the back of the bar, which just has a shelf that has several tankards behind it. It looks like most of them are cleaned. And you see just the top part of the entrance wall because the bar is blocking a lot of that. But you don't see any people. The bar is kind of obscuring a lot of your vision.
Okay. I've gleamed enough.
Are you trying to be sneaky about going up the ladder? Or are you just going up the ladder? Because I'm just trying to get your intent.
I guess I didn't really... Well, sure.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check to see how sneaky you were to try and get up the ladder.
Not very. That's a 5.
Okay. So as you're climbing the ladder, it creaks underneath your weight because you're a large individual.
Yeah.
And you guys all hear the creaking of wood coming from behind.
It's a good thing this whole place is made of wood.
Correct. But it definitely sounds like it's ascending in some fashion. Because you can definitely tell that on a ladder. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you peeked your head up. Are you doing anything else?
I don't know. Well, it's probably not a good idea to try and ready some sort of attack on a ladder.
Probably not.
Breathe in their
What the ladder
faces.
do to you?
If you have your action left, you could probably just use it to go up more. If you.
It depends if the
Oh yeah, I don't know. If the
mind
amazing
thing is an
sauce
action or bonus action. I don't know.
It's a bonus.
Okay, so you do have your action still if you want to do stuff. I will say, like, looking around isn't an action; it's just passive. Unless you were specifically looking for something.
Am I able to ready a spell?
Sure. I mean, I'm assuming. So the way reading spells works is if you don't cast it by your next turn, the spell slot is still used.
Well, it's a cantrip.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I was just letting you know spells, but
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just asking if I can ready, like, do I have to tell you what spell I'm...
yeah, probably tell me what spell at least, so I have an idea of
Okay,
what might be going
so
on.
Mind Sliver?
Okay, I have no idea what that does. Is it like sight based? Like, what's your trigger? I should say.
If I see anyone that is clearly going to be aggressive towards me, like if a guard comes up to me, I'll be like, no.
Okay, sounds good. So are you looking up with that, or are you looking down, or are you just like
Up.
keep? Okay, you're looking up. Okay.
Yeah, like if they come from the upstairs
Okay, sounds good.
at me.
Okay, sounds good. Who's next?
Who is first? Rowan.
Okay, Rowan. You just got healed, and you got your staff.
I have no idea what's going on.
You heard me yell at Duke, I guess.
You did see Duke run behind the bar,
Yeah.
and heard something.
In your mind.
No, but I yelled at you to go check behind the bar.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. If it's an exit, are we leaving? Okay. I'm gonna yell at Clifton to grab the dead rat.
And he looks at you and looks down in the pit and is like, table?
Put it down.
Okay.
Since I've got enough speed for it, I'm assuming.
Definitely.
I'm going to go up to the door. Knowing this place, would I know that the door, does it open in?
It opens in.
Okay. And they've done a chair.
Correct.
So, I guess real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hammer and pittance out, and I'm actually going to do one of those things in the floor where you, like, do, like, a nail, like, this way, so that the door stops.
Okay. I will say at the beginning of your turn, at the top of the initiative, you do hear a large commotion coming from that door.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a large congregation of people that did try and get through the door, I will say, but were unsuccessful. So go ahead and maybe give me a strength check to try and nail these pittons in.
This gonna be a jail.
That's a 6.
Yeah. So you try and nail in. We'll say you try and nail in a couple. They don't look like they're gonna hold necessarily very well, but you definitely nailed some of them in.
Yeah.
If
Give
you
us a couple seconds.
Yeah, if you want to try and do a better job, you can try again on your next turn. But you tried something, and you feel like it might help.
Yeah, no, it's time to get the hell out of here. I run back down the stairs towards the bar.
Okay, so I'll say you have how much movement?
I have 50 feet.
Okay, are you using any bonus extra feet or anything?
Besides, I don't know, you probably have the action as
Yep, hammering it. And yep.
Yeah, no, I'll just move as far as I can.
Okay, so yeah, you would get up the stairs, do that, and make it down the stairs, and you're probably close to that entrance to the bar, but not like around the corner yet.
Okay.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think that's about all I can do.
Okay, who's next?
Sapphire.
I turn back to Finnick and I say, Finnick, the exit's behind the bar. Follow me.
Okay.
I look over at what's his name? Clifton. And I go, grab this stiff and follow me.
He just grunts.
And then I run back to the bar.
Okay.
Oh, I say that quietly as I walk past Chatz fumbling with a dead body.
Okay.
As well.
So you're like...
Follow me!
Okay.
Follow me! Everybody follow me!
Come
Come on, my ducks!
So how far are you going?
have 30 feet of movement. So I'll just go... I'll just do my action and my movement to go as far as I can.
Okay, so I will say you will be at the bottom of the ladder, but he is blocking any going up currently because it's a single-use ladder.
Dude.
So you're just staring right up at his butt.
You're holding up the line.
Give me, like, a minute, because...
You don't got a minute. The guards are at the door.
Well, I'm at the bottom here.
He started
But
from the
you're
bottom,
at
now
the
he's
top.
here.
You're so slow,
It's
old
confusing.
man.
Ooh.
Even though you're faster than me.
Rude. Anyway, it's Clifton.
Okay. Clifton is going to set the table down, and by that I mean he just drops it. And it just makes a huge clattering. It doesn't break it or anything, but he is going to run over and reach down and easily pick up, I'm not going to roll for it, it's so easy for him to pick up that body, and just slings it over his shoulder and just starts trudging towards the exit that you guys have pointed out to him.
Good bear.
And I will say he makes it almost to the same place you are, and hasn't made it close enough to be in line yet. Okay. Who's next?
Chatz.
You'll allow me to make another
Go right
look?
ahead. Take your time. Take all the time you need, honey.
Okay. Come on, old lucky die.
Hey, Rowan?
So that's a 26 investigation.
Pretty malk at me, Chatz.
I played a halfling before, and he was a wily character.
Mhm.
That was his die.
Okay, so you are digging through her pockets, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a D10.
10.
You find 10 gold on her.
All right.
And
Yay.
in her pocket, you find a small ring. It is gold. It has 3 prongs coming in, and then in the center, it looks like it has a black stone with a small orange crack in the middle, and it has 2 little ears on top that look rather pointed.
Okay, I pocket that shit and I run towards the ladder.
Okay. So
You okay, Christian?
I know what it is.
how can you possibly know what it is?
It's unless it's almost the exact description of another item that does exist.
That's like a really strong.
Unless you just happen to be very similar.
It might just be very similar. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can talk about it and see if you know what it is.
Oh, wait, don't worry about it.
Anyway.
We'll just.
Let's just let this
Why don't
play
we
out.
just let Chatz put it on and get cursed?
I got excited. Oh, God, not this again.
Look, I'm not saying I won't ever get cursed again. But I have had experiences and learned from them.
Have you?
Yeah.
What was your previously cursed item?
Oh, geez.
The coins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And before that, you convinced an innocent nobody
To do drugs
to
and
do drugs
wear
and wear a
horrible...
cursed necklace.
You're terrible when you're cursed.
And then you curse shame them for being cursed.
Right?
Hashtag no curse shaming.
Oh, man.
Now nobody's gone. You see
Yeah.
what you've done?
Right.
You know what?
And then he went on to bigger cursed objects and put a whole jacket on that took him away.
Does like cursed objects.
Yes.
I am a spoiled rich kid that was raised in a castle. I don't have a lot of wisdom. I have just enough to eke by with a few cleric spells.
Anyway, so you grab this ring and some coin, and you run towards the exit that I'm assuming you're
The
going...
bottlenecked exit
Yes.
that everyone's grouping up in.
So you dodge
Well, that's
past...
because Duke is fat and he's taking up a lot of space.
He's not fat, he's big scale.
He is big scale, that's true.
So you dodge past both Rowan and Clifton. And you're right behind Sapphire now. And it looks like you are the very end of this line currently.
Oh, good. We're far together.
And you can't move any farther forward, unfortunately.
So next.
Sometimes you just gotta commit.
Wait, is there any bonus that I could do?
I mean, you can't go forward currently.
I don't know.
Shimmy up behind Duke.
Yeah, aren't you?
You know-
can probably just.
Mm-mm. You're definitely filling the entire space.
Now you are big.
Um,
I don't know how Clifton's going to fit up
like
here.
I'm
You're a 6 foot tall dragonborn.
Yeah, you're large and in charge.
7.
7 foot. That just makes my point even better.
But I'm not. I'm bulky.
because it won't hurt to do this, in case someone should break in the next round, I'm going to go ahead and use my cunning action to disengage.
Okay.
So that if I move, there's no attacks of opportunity for whatever reason.
But that's only until the beginning of your next turn, right?
I understand.
Why don't you take it to dodge?
Yeah, why don't you
It'd be
just
an
do-
action to dodge?
It would be an action to dodge.
You can't cunning action to dodge?
No.
Oh, I thought it was in the
I can
rules
dash,
thing.
disengage, or hide. If for some reason I move between now and my next turn, that will give me at least some protection.
Can you move? Not on your turn?
Well,
You can be moved. But that
I
would-
can be moved.
That
But
doesn't
you-
count.
that doesn't
That doesn't
count
count
as
as an
attack
attack of
opportunity.
opportunity.
Are there any spells that can make you, like, immediately flee?
But again, that you're...
Forced movement
being-
doesn't.
yeah,
Yeah,
forced
forced
movement
movement doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
If you were afraid of something and it ran away from you, then...
Yeah, but that wouldn't happen until your turn.
Correct.
It's true.
So you... Probably doesn't do you any good, but you can still do it. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like,
It's completely up to you.
I have nothing else
Can
I
you
can
hide
do.
as a bonus action?
I can, but I don't know.
I mean,
there's the bar and there's the ladder.
There's nothing obscure.
Aren't we behind like a bunch
I was
of
like, you're behind
barrels?
Clifton, aren't you?
Well,
No.
yeah, Clifton
Clifton's
is...
a big dude.
He's obscuring it.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Of
We're
him fitting up
behind
the
this
shaft.
bar, right? We're behind.
So there's a space between where the wall of the bunch of casks
Right.
and this entrance, exit, whatever you want to call it, is. So that hallway is where you're standing right now.
Okay.
So, like, if someone were to turn that corner, they would immediately see you. But Clifton, it definitely is blocking a little bit of... So, like, if they were to come around Clifton, they wouldn't be able to see you.
Okay. So there's casks. Are there any, like, bottles of, like, expensive liquors around?
Well, you're
Bonus
going
action swipe.
to use your action to investigate the
Okay,
body. So I would say you
okay.
cannot grab a bottle of liquor.
Oh,
Could
right.
be one
Well-
of that dragon fruit wine from that winery that we never got to taste.
That,
Oh.
it
A bottle of
it
that.
disintegrated with Celeste.
Yeah.
Don't remind me. Anyway, of the wine I can't taste as an actual
we were gonna
person.
drink it after we killed Strahd,
I
though. It was gonna be
know.
a party moment, and instead,
End up being a funeral.
and it,
Right.
it wasn't even. There wasn't
Oh,
even a
we
funeral
poured
because
some
Duke
into
won't
Celeste's
release the
ashes.
body.
Yeah.
And stirred it up and snorted it.
This sounds like an unsolved mystery case.
Oh,
Duke won't release the body.
So we can't.
The family's been trying for years.
He showed the body to the family, didn't he?
He did, but
He
he
did,
won't.
but he won't give it
He
up.
did, but but Sapphire was like, "Can I bury her?" And Duke was like, "No, she might want to come back."
She want to come back
Anyway.
7 other times.
So you done?
I'm done, I guess.
Who's next?
It's good,
Yeah.
right?
So you saw a bunch of people run towards the bar.
Yeah. So I would run towards the bar as well.
Are you doing anything other than running with your action or bonus action? Or
Well, I would
anything?
run as far as I could, just like get in queue and see what I'm seeing.
So you're standing right next to Chatz, and you would see down this little hallway that Duke is currently in the way of trying to get up this ladder.
Duke, come on, man.
Right? Like,
And then you're in your immediate vicinity, you would see
Slaps one
a bunch of
against his
alcohol. Like, you would see casks of ale on the wall and several bottles of wine on the other wall to your right.
but it's like we're like basically queuing up in a hallway.
Mhm.
Am I at the like how much space until the end of the hallway?
Um,
Or like,
like
what would you see?
like you can see around the corner because you're in that transitional between where the back of the wall is of the bar and the front of the bar. You're like right next to Chatz, so like you can see like there is some stairs, a ladder, going up, and the trap hole. There isn't anything behind the stairs from what you can see.
Okay. He would just immediately probably put us back to Chatz.
Okay.
And like face out and ready an attack, just in case anyone heads towards them.
Okay.
Like he wouldn't fire at it. Like in theory, I was thinking like the moment they come down, you see him, but he would wait until they see them and would attack then.
Okay.
If anyone comes in.
Sounds good.
And I think that's all he can do. He doesn't have any bonus actions.
I will say you can definitely see past Duke if for some reason you wanted.
Oh, like up.
Yeah, like I mean, he is blocking like manual getting through, but like you can definitely see like a space past him if you really wanted to like jump the line.
I forgot I could teleport.
You definitely can. Just giving you options.
Oh, like I could get around him?
Like you could teleport
you can
past
shoot
him. Is the
back.
thing.
I don't teleport.
You have you teleport and teleport
yo-yos,
back.
Yeah,
I forgot.
it's like a blink.
I just,
He's
Boop,
yo-yo.
check.
yes.
Yeah, he's yo-yo.
For some reason, I thought it was like you can just
No,
go.
she can teleport.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
confusing it with. Anyway,
I guess I could teleport if I like went up there and then like dropped the sword, but then the sword I'd lose the sword or something like that.
so
Well, no, I could command it to come to me, but that's like kind of broken then. So no, I would just wait my line and see. Fucking dragons always get in the way.
Okay, who's next?
I forgot. Eve.
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Okay, so Evelyn is going to try and climb up out of the pit. Let's see. Oh yeah, she nimbly manages to jump out, and she's going to run right behind Clifton because she can't get much farther than that.
Body chucking not so good. Getting out of pits were good.
Yeah,
She's not strong.
She's
a
not
little
strong.
rat
She's
person.
dexterous. Yeah, she's.
Apparently, it's easy when there isn't something else you're carrying.
She definitely is still very distracted, and she is like pawing a little bit at her husband's dead body, like, "Oh, honey, it'll be okay."
No, it won't.
Jesus.
You're already dead.
Like she's like fixing his hair. But that's her turn. Who's next?
That's Evelyn. She's really sad.
Oh, accurate.
I'm gonna continue out.
Okay, so you start climbing the ladder, and from what you can see, there's nobody in this area. Like you're behind the bar, the double doors that you came into, that you would normally come into this part of the tavern, are closed. The lights are off.
I knew there was a trapdoor underneath the bar.
I mean,
So-
how else are they gonna get easily between the two?
Right.
I still have my link because it lasts for 10 minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
Sapphire, do you think we should hide in the rooms or get out of town?
Oh, let me rephrase that. The double doors are not both closed. One of them is definitely like swinging open in the wind because
the entrance.
the entrance,
double
yes.
doors.
Yep.
Okay.
One of them is definitely swinging open. The other one is still shut. But one of them is like just swaying in the wind a bit. As you can probably guess, the bartender had previously opened it, and
I'm sure this is where he noped out of this whole place.
exactly, he fucked off. Yep. So that door's open. But
It's going to be a
can't see much.
fight to get out of here, out of the city. But
Nobody
we're
knows
sitting.
it was us.
Everyone that knows it was us is dead, except for the bartender that was downstairs.
Oh, that's true. Time to leave.
I don't know what. I mean, we can try to stay, but
So, from the doors, the entrance to this place,
Yeah.
where are the stairs that go up to? The
Those are to the right from where you are. They're along the eastern wall. The double doors on the north side of this building. It's probably like, are you thinking like
Are
distance?
these double doors? Are they like the saloon doors?
No, they're like
They're full.
They're
top
full.
to bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
one of them is just.
we could bar ourselves in here.
I would like to whatever.
We're damned if we do and damned if
I'm
we
gonna
don't.
go to the door and peek. Is there anyone?
Okay, so it is quite a ways across this.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I
it's
didn't
probably
realize
a
it was
good,
that large.
like, 50 feet, I want to say, to get across, like, from behind the bar to get all the way to that door. Because there's several tables up here. It's a pretty large tavern area. So I will say that is your movement to get most of the way there. I mean, you can still see a little bit, but you don't have dark vision. So it's pretty hard to see outside currently because there's no light. I mean, the moon is out, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, then, since I can't quite get there, I will ready my Mind Sliver again for in case a guard comes in and is, like, notably aggressive towards me.
Okay, sounds good.
And then with that, we're back to Rowan.
Okay.
And then there's Rowan.
But also guards at the door.
Okay, so, I mean, you guys would all hear this, so you would hear better than others, but you hear several, like, it sounds like shields on wood hitting that door, and they are not breaking through yet. It definitely sounds like they are, like, starting to, like, splinter and crack parts of the door just from sheer continual
We all need to get up and out.
force on it, but it hasn't broken yet. So, Rowan, what you doing?
I'm getting the fuck out.
Okay.
You can move through.
Yeah,
some of the spaces.
it's a pretty small space, so I'll say it takes a little bit more of your movement to get through.
That's fine. I will use my action if I need to.
I'm sure
100
you
feet
will.
of movement.
Yes, you're totally fine.
I guess I would have done that too because I would have had like 110 feet of movement.
He was blocking.
Oh, you're in front of him.
I was-
Duke was
no,
Duke was
Duke
on the
was blocking
ladder.
the-
Oh,
Yeah.
Would have been
Yeah.
So you just moved?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's out of the way.
So no
now.
one's on the ladder currently.
Oh, okay.
So this round, everyone...
You're just
Can
waiting
get
to
up.
everyone get up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm in the top...
Yeah,
the
he's up.
upstairs
He's
area.
upstairs.
Oh, you
now.
got up there. Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'll say you can easily get past everybody. Like you're maneuvering around people like you're in Mission Impossible. But you manage to squeeze by everybody, probably knocking over like some wine bottles as you go. That shatter and splatter all over Chatz's legs. Are you like, did you stow your weapon or are you still hanging on to it? Like,
I stowed it because I used the hammer and the pittance
oh yes,
last
you're right.
time.
Okay.
So,
So, you make it up the stairs. You probably can make it even closer than Duke to that door, if you really want to. But you're currently up behind the bar, and you still have plenty of movement.
how much space is by this trapdoor? Just kind of
Like on the top.
yeah.
It's
How much open space around the trapdoor?
there's not a lot.
Okay.
It's literally just like this lane or whatever you want to call it behind the bar, and then there's one where the bartender would probably stand. And behind that trapdoor is another like wall of ale. So it's probably like, I don't know, 10 foot by 20 foot type of area, and then you go through the bar again, like with the bar opening.
As maybe a free action, I'm actually going to just drop my hammer and pittance like on the floor as I get up.
Okay.
And yell down, "Last one up closes the door."
Okay.
Are you
With
like
the hammer and nails.
There's a door that can open and shut. Like there's a trap door by where the ladder is at the bottom too, right?
It's the same trapdoor. There's only one trapdoor.
She's
I
talking
meant
about
like there's like a hidden door down at the like where we're all standing, where the ladder is currently. Like, is there a door that closes or is that ladder just open?
The ladder's just there.
Just there. Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
you can probably gather that this was all done very quickly. You would think probably the ladder would be stowed somewhere until they needed it.
Gotcha.
Oh, so does the ladder come
It's
off?
it's a rope ladder.
It's not attached in any way. So, I mean, you can definitely pull it up if you needed to.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Last one up pulls a ladder up.
It'll be Evelyn.
Oh, God.
My ladder's gone. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look over at Duke and be like, what are we doing up here? What's the plan?
So far as I know, leaving.
I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Go ahead and give me stealth rolls up here. As you're up.
I mean,
here.
I already failed. I don't know if there's
Well,
a point
that
in me
was
trying to be
before
Yeah.
you.
You're
got
running
up
around
here.
up here now. So go ahead and give me another stealth check to try and be quiet. I'm assuming you're being quiet as to not draw attention. If you're not, then you don't need to.
16 for me.
Lucky number 7.
Okay, so Duke is definitely like stomping around a little bit louder. Definitely making some creaking sounds, whereas Rowan is a little bit more stealthy on his feet. Like your tail definitely like hit. I forget. Do you have a tail?
No. I am neither of the two Dragonborn from these lands.
He like shins himself on a chair and grumbles a little.
Thank you. I was gonna say weapon, but sure. Yeah. You definitely hit a chair and like you let out like a little yelp, like fuck. But
A little girl to action.
yes. So continue. Sorry.
This goddamn chair's getting in the way.
Yeah, I'll start going towards the door. It's just swinging in the wind.
Yeah, it's currently like one of the doors is still open. Like you can definitely tell someone left in a hurry. Definitely.
I have dark vision. What's my passive on? Is there any kind of movement outside? Do I catch any movement out of the corner of my eye?
Yeah, you have a very high passive. So you are. I'm assuming you're in the doorway, like looking out, like quick glance,
Yep.
looking out. Excuse me. You would see down this road. There are some guards that are going past. That look like they're going to the backside of this building. But you do see there are a couple that notice the door that's swinging. And they, like, you can't hear them obviously, but you do see that they notice that the door is swinging. So it's not like the entire brigade is coming your way, but you do see some people notice.
I don't think leaving's gonna be a good idea. And I will grab the door, but I'm going to do one of those things where I kind of go, like, pretend to be like the wind, where it's, like, still going, and then all of a sudden, BAM!
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand.
I like it.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
So 29.
Yeah. That's very impressive. So I will say, you like reach your arm out and like as quietly as you can, you try and like see how it was previously moving, and you effortlessly just, and it closes without a click. Like it is like
Very nice.
perfect. Like definitely no one heard that. Like from what you can tell.
I guess we're staying.
So you're standing at the door. It's probably all your movement.
Yeah.
And that's a free action to close the door. So okay. Are you doing anything else?
Can't do anything else.
Okay. Who's next?
Sapphire.
What's doing? Sam?
Up.
Okay. So you squeeze past.
I was in the front. I was right underneath Duke. Everybody.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Everybody
Right at the
squeezed
ladder.
past
Yep.
me,
Yes, you're right.
so I just up.
Okay. Yeah, you're a little frazzled by everyone having to squeeze past you. You're like, fuck. But you scramble up. You see the hammer and pins that were dropped previously. As you climb up, and you see the back of the bar again, and you see across the room, Duke and Rowan. And you see Rowan making gestures at you.
I could like
Get down low.
and then get away from and try to get away from try to get away from the trap door and go. Are we staying now? What's going on?
Are you saying that in your mind or verbally?
I say, can I still talk to you in my mind?
Yes.
I think really hard at you. What's going on? Are we staying? What's happening? Are we up to the
Says
rooms?
Not to leave.
Okay. Okay. What? Okay, well, we'll go up to our rooms. We'll go to sleep. Pretend like nothing happened. I'm just on vacation. I don't work here. One of those kind of things.
I mean, you're not lying. You don't work here.
Wow.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check, if you will.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're getting out of the way a little bit. Are you going into the large
into the
room?
into the bar proper.
Okay.
Yes, I am going to dip. Let me look at something real quick here.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do a stealth. We're doing a stealth. Okay, stealth. I got a good stealth. Not as good as Chatz, but I mean. Natural 20. 29.
Yeah. So similar to Rowan, definitely a lot more nimble and a lot more quiet.
I nimbly creep over to Rowan. Oh no, he's by the door. He's too far.
He's too far for you, unfortunately. Unless you want to use your action to get over there.
No, I nimbly creep over by Duke.
Yeah, you can get closer.
Duke proper.
Because you have 30 feet movement, correct?
Yeah.
So he has 40, so he's a little bit more than
Yeah, but I'll get at least away from the rope and stuff, and yeah. That's what I can do.
Okay, sounds good. Who's next?
Oh yeah, already in action in case somebody tries to fuck me up.
Okay. You're just pulling out your bow, I'm assuming? Sounds good.
It is Clifton.
Okay. Clifton is going to squeeze past you. I will actually have him do an acrobatics to try and squeeze past you. He's a big guy, and he's carrying... Oh, he rolled a nat 1!
Of course he did.
He just pushes you to the ground.
Yep. So I would say you were knocked prone as he tries to get past you with the body on his shoulder. He's like, oh, "Excuse me," and he just like whacks you, and you get knocked prone.
Shock.
And he looks back. What?
Move.
Oh, okay. And then he steps on your tail as he's going. Which I will say that echoes throughout the entire, like, bottom and top. So you guys all hear that.
Is that a cat dying?
I reach behind my neck and stroke lucky number 2. He's fine.
I forgot about Lucky Two.
Oh god, that's right.
You don't know I have him, so you just see me pet myself. And I go, he's fine.
So, Clifton, even though he was a little bit farther back, he does make it close to you, not all the way up there. And he is also...
Shh, Clifton, shh.
He's definitely not super quiet. He's definitely trudging around. Surprisingly more quiet than Duke. I will put it that way.
As soon as I see him trudging, I'm just gonna be like, down behind the bar, buddy. Down behind the bar.
Okay.
No, we gotta go upstairs. We got rooms.
You know, anybody could see him from any window.
Down.
So he just crouches down in front of the bar because that's currently where he is.
And the dead body just lower.
He just lays it down.
That's probably good, yeah.
And he's just kind of down close to the ground right now.
Good boy.
And that's all I can do.
Chatz.
I get up.
So it's after your movement.
I go to the ladder and go up as far as I can.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
You have 30 feet of movement, half to 15, but you can get it up the ladder easily.
Okay.
And then you can use your action and your bonus action to dash, right?
Yes.
And you have your feline agility. You
Yes.
have plenty of movement.
I have a lot of movement. So, is it my full movement? I can get up the ladder?
Yes.
Okay.
Like the 15 feet.
All right.
is
So I
standing
get up.
15.
Okay, I get up the ladder.
You're standing behind the bar.
Behind the bar. Where is the bar again in relations to the rest of this room?
It's on the south side of this building.
Okay.
So you see you're party in this large sitting area that has several rugs, and you see the 2 double doors in the northern side of this building. You probably would be able to peek around and see the stairs that go up.
Okay.
I mean, you've been in here before,
right?
So
I'm just trying to visualize it. Could I use? And how big is this room?
it's probably like 50 feet by 50 feet.
50 by 50.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
So if I stood in the middle, it'd be 25 feet on either side of me.
Yeah, that's how math works, honey.
Okay. I don't know if I did this before, but I'm going to go to the middle with my cunning action.
Okay, so
I've used my movement, my bonus for my cunning action to move to the middle of the room.
Because you can dash with your cunning action, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so yep, that's fine.
And then I want to use my Wand of Secrets
Okay. As your action.
as my action to see if there are any other secret doors around here.
Okay, and what's the radius on that?
30 feet.
Okay, so you pull out your Wand of Secrets. I'm assuming, I'm just going to say that's a manipulation, since you normally would have to dig in your bag as an action to pull it out, but it's fine, because I'm assuming you don't have it equipped at all times. Anyway, so you pull it out, and you raise it up high, and you expend a charge, and you see the immediate area, like, get covered with a white light, that kind of thing like fairy fire,
Right.
that just like covers the walls and the ground and the ceiling, and it just kind of scans. And as you do that, it scans the entire area. Nothing lights up other than the trapdoor that was previously open, but still technically counts as a secret. But that's the only thing that lights up, unfortunately.
Okay.
I think we're going up to our rooms, stage whispers. I think we're going up to our rooms for the night for a nice nap. After our nice stroll outside.
We're going to stay here.
Yeah, we just had a nice stroll outside, and
Is there
now
a
we're
lock
going to
on this
sleep.
front door?
No.
Okay.
I will say you have 2 rooms. Just reminder, you have 2 rooms. They each have 2 beds.
Well, the dead body can go under the bed, and somebody can sit on the floor.
There's probably enough room for 3 people total. I mean, dead bodies aside. 3 people total in 1 room.
Okay, well, that's all of us plus Clifton plus the dead body, and Evelyn's tiny. We could just put her under the bed.
I think we should exit and just go the opposite way that the gods are going.
Well, I can cast Pass Without a Trace on everyone once everyone gets up here.
Where are we gonna go, though?
Away. Back to the farm.
We can go back to what your cousin's house for
Cousin
now.
has a house here.
Well, it's your uncle's.
Or your uncle's.
Oh, okay.
Or we could
We've
leave.
been there.
We could lay
I
low
don't
there.
really want to put her in trouble, though. Not with.
I think
that
we
kind of
should
point to the
leave
mayor.
the city. Although it's going to be a fight to get out of here. That's why I said we should wait until this all calms down.
There's a lot of dilapidated buildings around here. We could just find an abandoned one and lay
Squat?
low in there. Yes.
You don't think it'd be full of other squatters?
Well, they probably have less problems with us than the guards would.
What do you think, Duke?
I don't know that staying here is a good idea.
There's no good ideas right now.
Well, I mean, if we leave, we move fast enough. It's not necessarily a bad idea.
Do we try to get out, or do we try to just find somewhere to lay low until morning? They might know what we all look like.
That is my concern. The barkeep downstairs got away.
I have a disguise kit.
Yes,
Me too.
and it's still night, so it's still going to be easier for us to get out of here.
And as you guys are talking, Evelyn is going to run up the ladder
Oh no, it would be your Finnick's turn.
Finnick.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to skip you.
He would sure run up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm assuming you run up as well, enjoying your party, and Evelyn is going to continue to follow, and she's going to try and grab the ladder and pull it up. Oh yeah, she effortlessly grabs the ladder and she grabs it, pulls it up, but she's trying to awkwardly like set it down, and let's see how stealthy she's being.
Can I help her?
You're nowhere near her.
Finnick help.
Yeah, I'm right there, and I'm very stealthy.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Well, I'll say she can roll with
Just with
advantage.
advantage.
Yep. That's significantly better. Yeah, so she pulls it up, and she's kind of struggling with it a bit, and you notice that, and you grab the other end to quietly lay it down.
I make the shut the door motion with my hands.
Okay, and so she grabs there's a little handle that's dangling down. She closes it, and it seems like it's sturdy in place. But that's all of her movement and action. And she looks around at you and says, "What's going on? What are we doing?" And as she says that fairly quietly, you guys hear above, where you guys know where the rooms are. You do hear some stirring up there.
Time to go.
It's going to be really hard to explain to the other guests what we're doing up at this time of the night.
I'm pretty sure we were the only guests.
Well, apparently we aren't.
Well, I think the barkeep lives here.
Well, I think we should just go.
I agree. Let's go.
Then let's go.
Are we leaving? Can I cast? Are we out of initiative at this point?
No, you're still in
We're still in
initiative.
initiative. Okay.
So Evelyn's the last one in the initiative,
Yeah.
correct?
No, Duke is.
Oh, Duke is.
Okay, so Duke, what do you want to do? Then we'll keep going with the guards. Do you want to do anything at all?
I can't prepare movement,
Correct.
so
Can you?
Well,
No.
you can prepare an action, and you can use your action for movement, though.
You can use your action to dash.
There'd have to be a trigger.
well, the trigger would be as soon as people move.
Fair enough.
You follow.
Because otherwise, I'm basically
You can-
just like wasting.
You can ready an action to run away.
Okay.
As long as you have a trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just,
Well, I'm gonna cast I think the plan was for me to cast Pass Out of the Trace and for us to fucking get out of Dodge, right?
Right.
So
you can choose to move up to your speed as a response. Yeah. So,
So-
you can hold a reaction to dash, which is your movement.
There were 2 guards that were headed towards this door. I don't know if me
Well, that
closing
was
it...
like 12 seconds ago.
I don't know if me closing it made them change their mind.
They definitely were a ways down the road. They weren't like within, a turn's worth of getting to you, but they seemed to take notice.
we can't stay here.
Is there a back door to this whole place?
We came up it.
We did. As far as we know.
Are-
Well, he didn't find any secrets.
Are there 0 windows in this whole building?
There
Front.
are 2 windows. They're to the side of the
main door.
Yeah, the 2 main doors. But again, there's no lights in here. So you guys are all in the dark currently. I mean, there isn't a lot of light coming in either. It's pretty
Duke
pretty much
is
just
in
moonlight.
the dark here.
Do anyone know light?
Not a good
No,
idea.
no.
Ah.
Someone sneak up to the window and look out and see if the other guards are still coming. The 2 EC.
Yeah, Duke, sneak out to the.
Yeah, and I can't see shit.
Well, I think.
Really good insight or whatever.
Yeah.
Investigation.
Okay.
Okay. What are you doing, Duke?
Wishing I had a better
Initiative.
position right now.
No. Just do it.
Okay, well. The windows are next to the door?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stack up on the wall, not between the window and door, but on the other side of the window.
So closest to the eastern wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way over there, and you're right next to that window.
Like, just a little bit back, so that, like, if someone were to peek in, they wouldn't really see me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, sounds good. Are you, like, waiting and ready to look out kind of thing? Is that your intent?
No, I will... Fuck, I don't know. This is like the worst point right now, because I don't know... Well, I don't know how far away they were, other than he said the guards were coming, so...
Best judgment, dude.
My best judgment is to, like... There's either or. Because if I know there's guards coming, I would just ready an attack. But at the same time, we want to move. There's no best judgment.
Well, Duke doesn't have a lot of information. Do you think he would be more offensive or more preservation?
I guess I'll just ready the dash or whatever.
Okay, sounds good. So at the end of your turn, let's see. Ooh, I dropped it. Yeah. So, as you position yourself over there, you hear downstairs, as that wooden door that previously was there, you guys can hear just shatters and splinters everywhere. As you hear several people, like, you don't know necessarily how many, but you hear a large commotion of people, like, I think like a SWAT team, like, breaking in, and just quickly making their way down the stairs. It's very loud, and they seem to be, like, yelling at each other, like, hey, go look in here, what happened, blah, blah, blah. Like, they are definitely not being sneaky or quiet in any way, shape, or form. But you guys don't hear them necessarily coming anywhere close to the bar yet. They're still kind of making their way in from that door. So do with that information as you will. But they're definitely in the fighting pits.
It's my turn then? I'm gonna peek out the window as stealthily as I can just to see if, like, the guards that were coming towards the door and then, like, any of the other ones in the surrounding area are, like, flooding in with the rest of, or at least going to that side of the building.
Are you opening the window, or are you...
Is it, like... Explain the window to me. Is it like a...
It's like a shutters.
Shuttered window?
Yeah, so it have, like, claps... what's the one I'm looking for? What are those things that keep...
Blinds?
Clasps.
No. Maybe it's clasps.
What?
Like, they keep
Latch,
the window
probably.
closed, like,
Yeah,
as you
latch.
latch, sure, whatever. That. So they have, like, two little dangling little latches that you would potentially use to open and close these shutters of the window, but it is currently shut. It's not locked or anything. But did you want to try and open it with those, or are you trying to just, like, see what you can from your perspective without opening them?
Should I take a peek?
Do it.
All right. Yeah, I will, as stealthily as I can.
Okay, go ahead and give me another stealth check to try and quietly open this window.
19.
Yeah, so you start to open the window and you hear it creaking a little bit, and you, like, stop. Yeah, exactly like that. And you stop and, like, hold it there for a second so it doesn't creak anymore, and you slowly open it. It creaks a little bit, but not nearly as much as if you had just opened it. You can just passively see as you look down. There does seem to be a couple coming down the road to investigate. You can see the torchlights, but it seems to be only two at the moment. You don't see any more guards going past behind them, but they are closer I'll say they're probably a good guesstimate, probably like 100, 150 feet away. Like, they're within eyesight of what's going on. They don't notice you necessarily, like, they don't make eye contact with you or anything. But they do seem to be heading your direction.
And they look like they're pretty intent on just walking straight towards...
I mean, they're heading directly down the road. They're not, like, stopping at each door and checking it. They seem to be pretty...
like they're on patrol, basically.
They seem to be a little bit more focused than that.
Okay.
Like, it's like they're definitely walking with intent, with purpose. But they're not, like, searching every building, taking their time type of thing.
Besides those two, though, I don't see any others in the immediate vicinity.
Mm-mm.
All right.
I'm assuming, are you only keeping your eye down one way, or are you looking both ways?
I'm just looking, like, in the immediate vicinity of the window, like, in front of the bar, and then I can see these guys down the long road, right?
Yep. You would see to the left, it's quite a bit shorter to get to the end of the city. You're in the southwest portion of this town, even closer to, like, the wall of this town. So you would know if you potentially were to, like, run away and try and get out of town. The exit would be, like, down the road and down a couple blocks, and then you would get out. If that's, like, you would know that just from your experience living in this town.
I will like close the shutter as well.
Okay.
And I'll report back to these guys. So there's 2 guards coming down the road, straight from the door. But if we take a left from the door, I think we can get out of town quickly.
How far away are they?
About 100 yards or so. 100 feet. Sorry.
Yeah. Big difference.
Yeah, big difference.
Yep.
100 yards is good.
Your feet, not as much.
Be quick.
Do we run now, or do we ambush them and take them out and then run?
We run. I'll cast Pass the Blood Trace, and all of us will run together.
Do it.
What's the range on that?
It's 30 feet.
Okay.
So stay within 30 feet of me. It's for it to work on you.
I'm gonna tell Evelyn and Clifton. I'm gonna say we're gonna make a run for it. You gotta keep up.
Grab the stiff.
So Clifton picks up the body again, and
Actually, maybe also grab the live one.
he looks over at Evelyn, and he's like, "You mean Evelyn?"
I don't know how
I
quick.
think she can run.
Okay.
She'll be fine. So
We're going now,
We're going
right?
now. Okay.
we're making me for it, right?
I
Yep.
mean, yeah.
I will ready my action to since I guess I'm gonna look over and say we're the 2 fastest. I think we should be the last ones out.
We can do that.
There's 2 doors, right?
Yeah, double doors.
So we swing them out together, let everybody through, get a head start.
Okay. Well, if we're all
Okay.
moving together, then are we all just... Is it just like one group action and we just go as fast as the shortest speed?
Assuming you guys are all sticking together, like, because I mean, these 2 could potentially be 30 feet in front of you.
Right.
They're
I think
also pretty stealthy, aren't
they
Yeah,
all need to
yeah,
stay within
like-
30 feet of me to get the bonus.
We're just saying we'll be in the back.
Yeah.
I think. in
So if
case
we're all
we-
moving together, then we'd move as slowly as our slowest person, which is probably
Clifton.
Clifton.
He actually is pretty fast.
Probably. Well, I just have it at 30 feet, so it'd probably be me or like Evelyn. So, then we can double move, I guess.
Correct.
But not this turn because I can
And
use
before
my
Evelyn
action.
moves like 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
No, she's definitely just as scrawny as Sapphire.
Yeah.
Okay, so is anyone doing anything? Because when is your turn?
I'm right after.
She's
Rowan.
right after Rowan.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Are you doing? You're holding your action.
Yeah, I'm readying my action to open the doors and move, I guess, with them.
Sounds good. So you're casting Pass Without Trace?
Pass Without Trace.
Okay. So as you do that,
You guys should, like, circle me.
Yeah, I mean, we'll...
Because
we'll
I
loop
need
in.
to maintain the spell.
I don't know where you're at.
she's like in the dead center of the room, I believe.
I'm
So
coming.
You
I'm
can
going
only
up.
get to the door.
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay.
So you cast the spell, and as you do, like the entire room you see is covered with like a darkening effect almost on all of you. Like it seems like the shadows catch you a little bit better. Like it's a little bit easier for you to just like blend in to the wall almost. And you can definitely see like a little shimmery aura around the 30 feet of where you are. It's pretty hard to tell unless you're really looking, but since it's completely dark in here, it's pretty evident, like a little bit of glittering appears around all of you. Did you want to move towards the door?
Yeah, I will. Once I cast it, I'll move towards the door and get ready to flee once, everybody else gets up here.
Okay. So you run up towards the door, and as you do, you guys hear some movement coming from upstairs again. It sounds like a door shutting, and someone is heading down the hallway that you guys know is up there. But that's as far as they get from what you can tell. Who's next?
Clifton.
Okay, he is just going to pick up the body and run over towards you. Yeah.
Is he strong enough to, like, put both the were-rats over his shoulder?
Potentially. I mean, she
Evelyn can walk.
Yeah, but if she's not very fast.
She's as fast as I am.
We can only move as fast as she
Unless
is.
somebody-
Sapphire.
Well, I mean, you want to piggyback me?
I'm not strong enough. But I like the offer.
I will say Clifton is strong enough for maybe 2, but definitely not 3.
I'm sorry I'm slow. I can ride on Duke's shoulders.
So Clifton is ready up right next to you.
I mean, I'm an air ganassi. I weigh very little.
Right.
Somebody can carry me.
Who is next?
That is going to be Chatz.
Okay, Chatz, what you doing?
I am heading to the door, and I'm going to try and. Is everyone leaving now?
Plan.
People are getting closer to the door. Yes.
Okay. I would like to.
Rage.
If only. I would like to. Is the door open?
No. Rowan was going to open the door.
Okay. I go up to the door, pulling out my hand crossbow.
Okay.
And I want to ready to dash out the door.
Okay, sounds good. Who's next?
Finn.
I think
Get in
Finnick,
the door,
yeah,
right?
he will get up to the other door next to Rowan. And as he does that, he will lift his hood up on his cloak. And as he touches it, it's going to change to like the blackest, like navy blue night, like almost like galaxy print, but like still just very dark. Just to like make it easier to stealth.
Perfect.
And then he will just ready in action to like open the door once Rowan gives the command.
Okay, sounds good. Who's next?
Evelyn.
Okay, so Evelyn's gonna race over to the door. She can use her action and movement to get right next to you guys. And as she does, you guys hear what sounds like someone like about to round the corner upstairs. And you guys can again hear a lot of movement downstairs. Like, oh my god, this was Greg! Greg fucking dead!
R.I.P. Greg.
We're not
Kill
for Greg.
And like a lot of shuffling around. It doesn't seem like they have found anything of interest necessarily yet, but there's a lot of commotion downstairs. And that's the end of Evelyn's turn. I believe it's Duke's turn.
Yep. Well, I am definitely for sure going to be ready to move.
Okay.
So
We move as a unit.
I'm assuming you're moving closer to
Yeah,
that.
I'll kind of.
We are a battalion of movement. We move as a unit.
I imagine we just become like a phalanx. Is that what it's called?
Oh, I have no idea what that
I mean, like,
is.
you all like.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's the end of your turn.
Can
you
you
do
do any cool boney see stuff?
I mean, you definitely probably can. It's probably not going to be quiet, but you definitely can.
Nope. That'll be it.
Okay.
So yeah, as soon as we move, I move. With.
I was like, yeah, as soon as everybody was up to move to the door, I think was when me and Finnick would have the trigger for opening the door.
So you guys can do it simultaneously. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
So you guys throw open the doors.
But stealthily.
Yes. Go ahead and roll. Everyone just roll stealth in general.
Plus 10?
Yes.
30.
Nice. Oh god.
Almost.
Yeah.
What?
31.
Okay.
Oh, that's
so,
a 20, isn't it?
well, we'll go around the room.
Oh my god, dude.
Get out.
Yeet.
Is that a
That's
is that
a
a
natural
20?
20.
Of course. Unfortunately, can't use that roll.
What'd you get?
So, has everybody rolled?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
31.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
37.
Okay.
Natural,
26.
37.
Oh, nice.
Natural 20.
26.
26.
30.
Clifton got a 24, and Evelyn got a 27. So, you guys feel like you're pretty stealthy. Duke, unfortunately, again, hits his knee on the door.
But still stealthily.
Like,
As a damn dark vision, we can get you some pair of goggles.
and as you do, Chatz puts his hands around your mouth to prevent you from saying anything. He's tall.
I'm about your height.
You're
Yeah,
7 foot.
tall?
I think you're like 6
Oh,
foot.
wait.
That's way
How-
abnormal.
five
I
something.
mean, I'm abnormal height.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought you were like high sixes.
You
at
were-
best.
Like-
I'm even 7 foot tall.
You're
And I
like
am
2
abnormal
full
height.
Okay.
feet taller than Sapphire.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
I
get
am.
back to
I'm.
your
I am
average
only
human.
6.
So you can reach
So
a foot above your head.
You're a tall
Yeah.
human.
You mean-
humanoid?
Yeah.
Human Kistabags, I believe, have like average of the same as humans.
Yes, we are basically humans except cats.
Yes.
Nice.
So you guys throw open the doors, and as you do, you guys hear from behind you someone seems to be coming down the stairs, but you guys effortlessly and pretty quietly seem to be rushing out all together. We'll drop initiative at this time since you guys are, in my mind, just running. As you
Stealthy running.
Stealthy
yes,
running.
very
Tom
stealthy
Cruise
running.
running.
So,
T2.
The way that Rowan tells us to go.
I'm assuming. Well, Rowan's in the back.
Yeah,
Well,
Rowan and Finnick were taking up the rear.
But I'm sure. But you told us which way to go when you
Don't
looked.
sound
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, you guys would know at least how to get out of the city at this
Right.
point.
That's fair.
Because you guys have been to this part of town.
Yeah.
But you
Okay.
could be leading, and I could be like bookending them.
Yeah. Pins are us, guys.
Yeah. Eiffel Tower. Anyway,
Whoa.
one in the front, one in the back.
Oh.
Anyway, so as you guys are running out the door, are you shutting the doors behind you, or are you just leaving them open?
It takes time to shut doors.
We can catch up, though.
We
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we
that's
have all
true.
this like
Yeah, y'all
we
gonna
have
be
enough
like,
speed that we could.
They
do
open,
that.
we squeeze through, they shut, and then we go.
Yeah,
That
we can
sounds
catch
good.
up.
You
Yeah.
can totally do that. Yeah. Okay, so you throw open the doors very quietly as you guys are making your way through. You two see there seems to be someone holding a torch coming down the stairs, who you guys both immediately recognize because I think you guys have both met Bryce. And so Bryce just looks confused as you guys are running out of the tavern.
Your beer sucks and you overcharge.
I'm fine with the prices at Bryce. So that's
Right?
Because I don't pay them.
I'm gonna leave you a bad Yelp review.
yeah, right.
It's called Zelp in this world.
I'm gonna leave you a bad Zelp review.
And it's just like a board that has different.
This bar has really expensive beer and there's a fighting pit in the basement? They imprisoned my friend.
Yeah.
2 stars.
2 stars.
Okay, so
2 stars. The beds were comfy.
There you go.
So, you see Bryce coming down the stairs, looking very confused as you guys quickly and quietly leave and shut the doors behind you. Like, not in his face, but kind of in his face. He's nowhere near it, but he doesn't say anything as you guys are leaving. And you guys, I'm assuming some of you are looking around as you were leaving. You do see the 2 guards that were heading towards you guys, and you hear them yell, "Hey, stop! Where are you going? Come back here!" But they're pretty far away from you guys, and there's no way, even, like, because their double movement would equal your guys' double movement. So, I mean, you guys are gonna start running, and there's no way they can catch up.
I'm in the middle of the turtle shell.
So, are you guys all
Feelings.
doing the, like, perfect little circle, like, huddle around her to try and protect her?
It's like in Assassin's Creed where you just kind of group up with the
Yeah.
priests.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I gotcha.
We should all...
Only she's the assassin in this case.
Yeah.
Clearly, I pull up my hood.
Mhm.
Eagles cry.
I do have a cloak.
Oh. And as you do, lucky 2
Why aren't you wearing it?
I am wearing it.
in.
Oh, in game. I thought you meant, like, in real life.
Oh.
I thought in real life
I
too.
thought you meant real life. I have a
didn't
real
know.
life cloak somewhere, I think.
How big is this road or alley that we're walking through?
It's probably like 20 feet.
Okay.
Wide.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not 20 feet wide.
All right. As we're going, I am going to, because I never use them, unload in the middle of the street my ball bearings.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Just drop my bag of ball bearings, litter them across the road as a trap for them to walk through.
Okay,
I
so
have to pay a fine for you littering.
so I will say you.
Is that kitty litter?
Yeah, that's good.
good.
I like it. So I will say
It's
you.
the name of the episode now.
Too bad
Yeah.
Chatz.
I like
Too
that.
bad Chatz doesn't like puns.
Right.
That's what makes it
So
all
you
better.
grab the bag of ball bearings from your bag quick,
I'm
and
taking any notes.
again, you're much faster. Well, you're much faster
Yeah.
than some of the slower
Most
people.
First,
Yeah.
So like you can easily take an action,
first.
do some stuff, and be able to easily catch up.
Right.
So you guys see Chatz stop for a second, unload a bunch of ball bearings that seem to pretty evenly spread out across the road. You can probably gather that, I mean, they can probably jump over them because it would be hard to cover the entire road with
Yeah.
like a good space.
Well, let me read it, just to give you an idea. As an action, you can spill these tiny metal balls from their pouch to cover a level square area that is 10 feet on a side. So it'll only cover 10-foot area, 10-foot square area.
Are you just putting it in the middle then?
Yeah, just directly behind our group, because my thinking is that if you're chasing someone, you're going straight after them. So
And you're not looking down.
yeah, they will likely run into these if they are just paying attention on us.
Okay.
A creature moving across the covered area must succeed on a DC 10 Dex save or fall prone. A creature moving through the area at half speed doesn't need to make the save.
Okay, sounds good.
Cute
So
yakety sax.
yeah, right.
Is that royalty free?
I don't know, it's
Maybe.
old.
It is really old. Anyway, so you drop those, manage to catch up to the group, and as you guys start making your way closer to the outside road, you guys can see there are some guards to your left that seem to be coming like down the road to like that would go behind the bar. Like they don't seem to be immediately paying attention to you guys. Are you guys just beelining it to the exit? Is that the idea?
That's the plan.
How much of a lead do we have on the guys behind us yelling?
Probably at least like 80 feet or so.
Oh, but it is past curfew, isn't it?
It is press curfew.
We should just fucking
Yeah,
pull.
that's why I said we should just run.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys make your way around the corner. And again, you guys are being very stealthy. So if you guys happen to look around and keep an eye on the guards from behind you that aren't chasing you, you don't seem to notice that they even see that there is someone there. And as you guys make your way around the corner and start heading your way north along the wall of this city, you guys definitely would hear some... One of the people chasing you just says, what are those? And you hear, whoa, as one of them just smack.
Is he a ghost?
Wilhelm scream.
Whoa.
One of them just smacks into the
One of
ground.
those little whistles, like.
Yeah, exactly. One of them manages to keep his composure, but the other one just smacks the ground real loud. And he's like, God damn it, George! Fucking A!
George 2?
Didn't George die?
George did die.
Greg. Different Greg.
It was Greg that died.
Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're probably from the same litter, though, because they all have the same...
Oh,
Is that how
geez.
weird characters work? I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Do you have a bunch of siblings with the same?
I don't know, you guys never fucking asked!
We're a little busy.
You wouldn't tell us anyway.
Yeah, he wouldn't tell you.
He might tell Sapphire.
He might tell us.
We bonded.
Um,
We spooned while you guys were getting Rowan arrested.
so you're saying this as you're running.
No. This is out of character.
So, as you start
But
making
in a whisper.
Sure.
But
So as you guys are making your way north along the wall, and you hear that commotion from behind you, that you seem to manage to at least slip one of them up.
Mhm.
You eventually do see the main thoroughfare that you guys know goes to the center of the city, and you see to your left the exit that currently has 2 guards that are standing there facing out. They don't immediately hear you approach, as you guys are very stealthy. What do you want to do?
Just go.
What? Just go.
The gate's open, you said?
Yeah, their gates are currently just, it's a set of metal. It's a metal gate that would open.
Portcullis?
Well,
Is it more like a door that just swings out?
yeah, it's more like a door than a portcullis,
Oh.
I'd say. But it's like a metal gate that would swing open, and they're standing on each side, like where the doors are propped open.
Let's just run through.
Okay, bye.
You're just gonna run right past them.
We'll just walk past them. Let's go.
So in theory, they would all get it. Well, one of them would get an attack opportunity on one of you because they only have 1 reaction each.
Right.
So
I'm in the middle.
As we're going past, I will say, maybe I've got something for him, and I will rush up to one of them,
Okay.
and I'm going to.
This is a where.
What's that?
This is a were-boar, just for context.
What's the skinnier one? Are they both were-boars?
One is a were-boar, one is a were-rat.
Rat? I'm gonna go. Rat or boar, guys?
Laura's probably in charge.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm gonna try to knock one out.
Oh,
Or at least give us a
rat.
little bit of...
I would say
Right.
the boar, because they're the one that charge. Like, you would... Oh, you didn't see that they charged.
I did not.
But
But
you
I'm
lived here, so you
taking-
might have known that they would charge.
I feel like
Because are
you
you
would
trying to, like,
probably
sweep his
know
legs
you're
to, like, knock him down? Is that your
more
thought?
likely to.
I was more thinking a stunning strike.
You're
Oh,
more
whatever.
likely to knock out.
Stunning strike by sweeping his legs as he ran by would be beautiful.
Yeah, I like that.
I
Yeah,
go
dude,
boar.
boar. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. I will sneak up behind the boar and, yeah, we'll do a stunning strike with the ice rod that I just got from,
So I
Chatz.
believe you, in order to do stunning strike, you have to hit with an attack, and then you can use a key point to do stunning strike.
yeah.
So go ahead and roll with advantage, since you are sneaking up on this guy. I'm assuming.
Can
Yep.
You should attack the other one.
Can I also?
Somebody else should
Somebody should
attack
attack the other
Can
one.
I also attack the rat while
Yeah.
he's going after?
Go right ahead. So you guys sneak up right behind these two.
I want to pull out my
You get
Raven
20?
on
Yeah.
this one.
Oh,
That one's
nice.
really hard to read, but I could be 27 years old.
Did you age 2 years just
That
sitting
is
here?
a 16 to hit on the rat.
You're attacking the were-rat? Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
It's a natural 20 from me.
That doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Do I get my assassinate, or are they surprised?
They definitely are surprised. You guys are very sneaky.
Okay.
So go ahead and do your assassinate, and go ahead and roll your damage, and then it's a con save, right?
I'm just looking at, like, right
It might
upside
be
the
kind of
fucking
cool.
temple, just...
And it is a +1 weapon.
Yes.
Just FYI. Oh yeah, I sent it to you. I forgot about that.
I have to attune to it to be a +1 damage, though.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep, that's what it shows in
You
D&D
hear that?
Beyond.
Oh, okay.
I can imagine Tristan just like
What?
Okay.
from all that.
Oh,
He's gonna make us start rolling like imaginary die.
his con was a 10, so I'm assuming that fails.
It does fail,
So,
yes.
okay, go. So he is stunned.
And it was a whole 11 damage.
Okay. So as you come up and you smack him in the back of the head, you definitely see his eyes just cross for a second as he's like, "What the fuck?" But he seems pretty stunned for a moment. And you rolled an assassinate.
Yep, and that will be 51 points of damage.
How do you want to kill this guy? Because you immediately just kill him.
Well,
Splat!
Oh man, you killed Larry!
so I imagine Larry is just talking to Werebor like, so then I told the guy, like, I'm not gonna pay that price. Like, we fucking rule you guys. Like, come on, work with me here. Like, what's the purpose of being a dictator if you can't? And then, like, right through the, like, out of his mouth, you see my rapier just appear.
While Rowan fucking like temples the other guy.
Cool cube somebody.
Alright, let's keep running.
So yeah, as you just stab this,
I didn't know we were killing him.
you stab this rat in the back of the head.
We are now.
And it goes
Nope,
through, it goes
we're
out through his mouth, and he just like slumps down.
If he, you get to
He just slumps down on the
With your
on
strike,
the
hit, do they get 10 stun?
what's that?
No, he
On the
only
dagger.
has one. He can move next turn, I think. He can move or do an action.
So yeah, he slumps down, and you're holding his body up currently with your dagger.
Oh, wait, I get temp HP from that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got
So
the
you used
blood
the
rapier?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you.
I said rapier.
Yeah, he said rapier.
Okay, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
5. I'll take it.
Okay.
Are we running?
I just
fast?
murdered
And we
somebody. I'll take
And
it.
we keep running.
Okay, so you take the rapier out of the back of it, and his body just slumps down.
Yep. Is the boar still up?
The boar's still
I
alive.
hadn't
It is.
really intended to, but
As we run.
He's definitely
You could
stunned
do it.
currently.
Oh, he's stunned.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, run. I run.
Yeah, I run.
Okay. So is everyone just bolting right past him?
yes.
Just
So,
don't know which way we went.
You know what?
We're running into
If
the
I-
woods.
Oh no, Stunning Strike was
Into the
never.
woods.
Never mind.
it's not.
Yep.
It's not. I don't think it's a bonus action to do stunning strike.
Oh no, it's not.
It's just.
I'll hit him a
when you
couple more times with the staff. Why not?
Okay.
Or no, I have to do it unarmed because Fury of Blows is a bonus action. So
But you have 2 attacks, don't you?
Yeah, you just
I do
have
have
two,
that
so You
too.
can just smack him
I'm
with
just gonna smack him a bunch of times.
Okay, sounds good.
Why the fuck not? Is it still advantage because he's?
He's stunned, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we...
I
look around, like, as we've paused momentarily to kill this guy.
24.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Are we doing this?
Fine.
And 18. And
To hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are all to hit. Just thought I'd get them out of the way. And oh, that's not as good. 14.
They all hit.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to describe how you're attacking him? Like, are you, like, trying to pummel his skull in? Are you trying to, like, sweep the leg and, like, trying to incapacitate
So
him?
with my second attack, I'm gonna like as part of the attack, like sweep his leg out from underneath him.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
imagining, like...
It's a pool hit to just kind of like make him go back a little bit, a couple steps, and then I'm just gonna like go for like a heel to
Sweep him?
sweep him a little bit, and then I'll just like a couple of like punches to the face real quick. Like,
Okay.
go to
I was
sleep, go to
imagining...
sleep,
Yeah,
go to
that's what
sleep.
I was imagining, yeah.
So 9 plus 5 is 14 for the second attack.
Okay.
Plus another 11 for the flurry of blows. And another 10 on top of that.
Okay, so he's looking pretty bloodied. Like, he definitely looks like he is still alive, but he's definitely taken a good beating at this point. Like, blood is coming out of his face, because I'm assuming that's where you're attacking him in the face.
Oh, God, why?
Like, you can see several of his teeth have been punched out. He's just bleeding profusely, and he just looks dumbfounded. Like, He just got...
I'm just gonna point down to him before I fucking leave and say, if you know what's good for you, you'll stay down.
And he doesn't respond, because he can't.
And I will bolt, because I have the disengage as soon as I use Flurry of Blows.
I mean, he can't attack you anyway.
Or you
but-
could
Doesn't
just-
matter.
Or we could just kill him. At this point, you've already, beat the shit out of him.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe-
How bad does he look?
He looks rough, but he's not, on death's door.
Oh, okay.
He definitely looks like he could
follow
get
the
killed
old
a little bit
initiative,
more.
You can shoot him if you want.
Alright,
think
shoot
we
him
should
as
just-
we run away.
I
He
think
would
we
have
should just...
disadvantage because he's prone.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
prone. No, fuck this. I don't care enough.
I think we should just
Yeah,
get.
disadvantage.
Let's just
Yeah?
get.
Yeah, because you're
he's
ranged.
prone.
It's a
Oh,
ranged
I see.
attack.
Let's just get.
Because he's gonna have to... It'll take him a while to stand up from that.
Yeah. Let's run.
Okay, so I'm assuming everyone is just bolting into the forest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you run away from the town. You definitely would hear some movement coming from behind you, but you guys are deeper and deeper into the forest. Are you heading in a specific direction? Or
I
a
think
specific
we
place?
try to get lost in the trees a little bit, but then head back to the farm where it's safe, where we know it's safe.
Okay, sounds good. And you guys would have a good idea, especially because you.
We just left for that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have a thing where you can't get lost. in
Yes,
the
I
woods.
do.
Yeah, she
Yes,
does.
I'm a ranger and I know how to make directions and stuff.
Yeah.
ranger.
Yeah. So I will say,
Jeez.
be more condescending, honey.
I'm sorry.
Says the guy who always rolls 30s.
Yeah.
Right. So you guys start making your way into the woods. Are you trying to hide your footprints in any way, or are you just beelining it to the
I'm
farm?
trying to
Isn't that what
do
Path Without Trace
a
does?
weird path, maybe go over our footprints a little bit, to make it seem like.
I think Eric's right. Actually, I think Pass Without Trace, your
I think it
footprints
automatically
disappear.
hide, right?
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it,
Yep. So yes, I hide the footprints with what I've already
With the
been
magic.
doing.
Correct.
With the magic.
correct. So you guys just beeline it
Mhm.
straight to the farm. I'm assuming.
Can it hide the body I left?
No.
Oh, well.
Unfortunately.
But your footprints aren't by the body, so it's like he just died.
Right. With a giant hole through him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no footprints. Who
It
did
was
this?
a
Maybe he killed him.
spontaneous hole.
Maybe they'll think they got into a fight.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
We did leave a witness, though.
That's
Who
true.
is pretty fucked up.
Though
Yeah.
he could be very
Some guy with a
confused.
stick beat me up. Some other guy with a sword killed my friend.
It was so cold.
It was a cold beating.
So as you guys make your
You
way,
broke Christian.
He's done. He's done.
as you guys make your
Breathe.
way,
You might hurt yourself with your spicy water.
Oh, jeez.
right?
A spicy water.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you guys make it. You beeline it directly to the farm where you guys know has a safety bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta remember what his name is. Borin. Borin lives. So you guys make it to the outskirts of the bubble, and you see, it's pretty obscured from the outside. I'm assuming everyone's just going in, going through.
Yeah.
So
Wait, I gotta write
our
staff wall
our
with my
tents
notes.
are still up, right?
I would assume so.
Especially theirs, because...
Yeah, we left them
just
up.
left
We
there,
just
yeah.
came to see you. We're back.
So you make it through the barrier. You don't see any lights on in Boren's house, but your tents are still there. If you did have a fire, it has been put out.
Oh yeah, I mean we put it out in the morning, probably when we left to go find them. So
Sounds good.
I'm glad y'all are responsible.
I mean, it would have either been put out by Boren or been put out on its own.
I'm just saying it's good because, we also deal with a lot of fires, and I'm glad we didn't have to deal with a forest fire.
Can we turn our werebear into Smokey?
I know, I was just thinking about it. I was legit thinking about it. He'd be like, I'm proud of you.
okay, so once we get into the safety bubble, back where our tents and the fire and shit is, and we can take a fucking breather, I just sit down and I go, holy shit, we're not dead. That's something, right?
He's not dead.
Well,
That's something.
And then I look at the dead husband.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't help that, but
Not our fault.
it's not her fault. Yeah,
It's her fault.
it really.
And she hears you say that and says, I didn't mean to.
Oh.
And she just starts bawling again.
It's
Oh,
Oh.
honey.
Right.
it's
There.
you're gonna be.
It's again.
That was
It's fine. She'll be fine.
So Clifton walks over to an open area and lays down his body. And Evelyn just sits next to it and just starts, like, again, petting his hair and, like, trying to tidy up his clothes. The scraps of clothes, I should say, that he has. And she reaches in her bundle that she grabbed from the room, and she takes out some nice clothes that he had. And she, like, tries to start undressing him to dress him in something a little bit not blood-soaked.
Oh, don't want to see this.
I don't either.
Ugh.
I look so away and just directly at Rowan. So, how are you feeling?
Feeling like I need a nap.
I think we all do.
It's probably, like, 3 a.m. So.
You look like shit. Do you need any more healing, or you think some rest would help you, or
I think I just
Probably
need to
actually,
catch a nap
you know,
that's not in
actually?
a
And then I
2x5 cell.
like dig through my pack and I pull out some like squirrel jerky. You probably need food too, huh?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, here.
It's pretty.
I don't cook.
I have my own rations.
Well,
but-
fuck. I don't know if the guards took them and then like ate them or something.
seem to be here.
Well, then fucking eat, man.
But I will actually say, you know what? Honestly, I didn't expect to see your faces again. Not before I died, to be honest.
Ron, we weren't gonna leave you.
Well, that wasn't in question, as if I was going to die in the pit.
We weren't gonna let that happen.
Well, that's good to know, and it's good to see all of you again. Let me grab some water, and I'll make something to make it up, maybe a little bit for you. And I will fetch water.
Oh god, I've missed your cooking.
Yeah, there would be a well that Born would have.
Sure.
So you go over and grab some water and start making a fire and start cooking some really, really late supper for everybody.
It's breakfast.
Sure. Yeah, it can be
It's
breakfast.
breakfast.
And with that, I think we're going to take our first break of the night.
Mm.
And we will come back after the break and see what you guys do at this late night cooking session. Okay, we're back. So we left our party congregating, getting some food back at Boren's
It's 3 in the morning.
farm. It's 3 a.m. But Rowan wants to make you guys some food. So he gathered some water, started a fire, and that's what we'll pick up.
I'll go and console Evelyn.
Okay.
Has she finished dressing the dead man yet?
Yes.
Okay.
She has.
I will go and console Evelyn.
Okay, so she's sitting there just like rocking back and forth with his head in her lap, and still covered in blood. How are you consoling her?
I'll put my hand on her shoulder and kind of kneel down next to her. And I'm not very good at this. And I'll say, at least you can have these final moments with him.
Yeah. And like through sobs, she says, yeah. I mean, at least we got his body out of there. I wouldn't want them to have it.
We can bury him in the morning.
That would be nice.
Find a nice tree. I hope he likes trees. Do you like trees? Nature?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I mean, we didn't go in nature very often. We usually stuck to the city, but
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
at least he'll be somewhere, not
there.
there. Yes.
Don't blame yourself for what happened.
I've been trying, but it's not easy knowing you literally murdered your husband.
It wasn't you.
I mean,
It was that bitch tiger magic lady who did it. I saw her do it. And I point over at Finnick. He killed her. So he has been avenged.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, she did not seem very nice, obviously, forcing us to do that. But, I mean, I don't like wishing death on anyone.
Sure. Right. That's fair. Well, you're a good person.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And she wipes away
Do you
tears and snot from her face.
I mean, you're not going to be able to go home.
I mean, we were on the run anyway. We were running away with. Oh, you don't know the story. And she she tries to compose herself a little, and she says, "You don't know how we got in prison, do you?"
Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to Rowan. I gesture to Rowan cooking.
And she says, "Well, me and my husband Gregory, we lived in Under Felix for most of our lives, and we had come to really enjoy having tabaxi slaves. Unfortunately, it just became part of our culture to accept that as they are trained servants for us, essentially."
I keep looking at Chatz as she's saying
Duke
all
is,
of this.
Like, as soon as she says
I'm
that,
I'm looking at her and nodding, and then looking at Chatz, and then kind of taking the defensive.
And they would help us around the house. I mean, I would never, hurt them or anything, but I mean, sometimes they needed to be instructed on how to do things. And then Dorian came to live with us. And soon after, things changed pretty quickly. He helped tend to the kitchen, and he would make fabulous meals for me and my husband. There was this one meal. I wish I got the recipe from him. He could just do so many things with so few ingredients. It was astounding. But me and my husband, we started seeing Dorian. First me, and then we kind of got caught one night, and Gregory was really into it. So we just kind of continued our little tryst for a while. But we quickly realized that we wouldn't be able to continue, obviously, with our forbidden love. So we tried to leave Under Felix. Unfortunately, we were caught as we were making our way down the mountain. And they executed Dorian in front of us and threw us in jail.
It's a lot to unpackage.
As she is telling the story to Sapphire, I've just quietly gotten closer and
I mean,
sat down.
I am watching you, and you can see that I am rigid. Like I will take the defensive against you if you try to attack her, kind of thing.
Why are you putting yourself physically between Chatz and Evelyn?
Basically, I'm making sure he is aware that I'm watching him.
Okay.
I am aware of you.
Chatz has a temper, and Sapphire is aware of it. So
I sit down across from her and I say, I am physically, mentally, and emotionally tired. I have just fought half a dozen were creatures. I have been in hiding for days. And to this day, my people are enslaved. So if I have very little patience, forgive me. But I need you to tell me now what you know about the history of the mountain as far back as the were creatures have occupied it.
And she thinks for a second. And she looks around at you. Roll me an intimidation check.
Okay. That is going to be a 23.
So she looks at you, and you can definitely tell, like, she has been bawling her eyes out most of the night. And she looks pretty timid and scared as you... I don't know if you specifically are raising your voice, but you're using a very serious tone.
Yes, I am speaking in a very steady but stern tone that I mean business and I don't have any time for any fallacies or bullshit.
Mm-hmm. So she looks at you and her voice wavers for a bit as she is trying to say something, but immediately nothing comes out. Like, she seems almost like shocked and scared to even make a sound, and all she can muster is a little as she looks at you and she says, I don't really know much about how we came to the mountain. I just it's been a long time. I mean, I was born on the mountain. My parents live there, and I grew up in under Felix. I never really asked questions.
In all the time you've lived there, you never asked questions or even heard of why the were creatures live on the mountain or when they came there?
Chatz. They've occupied it for over 200 years. Generations have lived and died on that mountain of were creatures.
Generations of my people lived and died on that mountain.
But just the regular people might not know the bloody history.
I mean, that's just not maybe public knowledge. I mean, I'm
sure they try to hide it to keep people from rebelling.
I didn't, ask too many questions about that. And you can see from her expression that she, again, looks very scared, almost like she doesn't know how to articulate, because she's like, she's
Evelyn,
very overwhelmed.
Did you ever hear of anyone on the mountain, any groups of people that didn't like the way that the Tabaxi were treated?
Oh, I mean, the Tabaxi, don't necessarily like being enslaved. I'm sure, but that's what the guards are for. I mean, the people never had to deal with anyone, uprising. You would hear occasionally of people trying to escape, but usually the guards would just handle it, and it just would go away. As you snarl, she looks at you very timidly and you can see just one tear starts coming down her eye, at which you can probably tell by now she's running out of bodily fluids to cry.
I hand her my canteen of water,
and she quickly just downs it.
Evelyn, it sounded like you and your husband really loved and cared for this Dorian.
Yes, I mean, the time we had together was magical. That's the best word for it. I mean, we loved each other, and we knew we would never be able to live happily on the mountain.
Where did you have any location specifically you were fleeing to, or were you just running?
I mean, I've never been off the mountain before.
Did Dorian know the place? Your husband? Were you just
we didn't really
fleeing?
Have a plan. We kind of just we're gonna try and make our way.
Are the slaves housed in the homeowners' places, or are they housed like in certain areas?
It really depends on the family. Some of them have their slaves live with them, and others can't afford to house them all. Usually the houses have several different slaves that live with them, or help them, or live with them, or both. So it really depends on the family.
Did you only have one slave?
We had a couple. We had a housemaid, and we had Dorian, our chef, and we had, gardeners and whatnot. I mean,
how do you go about obtaining a tabaxi slave on the mountain?
I mean, it's more of
like an auction?
No, they're usually assigned. If there are any
slave warehouse.
The
slave codes and a slave marts.
What I'm trying to figure out from her
centers.
is if there's like a place where lots of slaves might be housed together that maybe aren't like owned by families yet, kind of thing.
It's usually a bureau.
A what?
A bureau.
Bureau.
A government organization that's assigning them.
Yeah, we were assigned them by the...
I imagine a lot of them are like inherited by families then, like lifelong family slaves.
Of course. I mean,
Okay.
I was raised by a very old tabaxi woman who was my mother's nanny when she was young, and unfortunately she died when I was getting a little bit older.
How are the slaves treated?
Again, it really depends on the family. I mean, I was taught that they are just there to help us. I obviously tried to be as kind to them as I could, but I mean, there are definitely people who are very, very mean to their slaves.
The mountain moves. When it moved 5 or so years back, where were you before?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we didn't leave the mountain, and
What did the landscape look like?
it was covered in trees. I mean, it looked similar to this.
Like Jonas told us where it was. I don't remember now, but he told us that because he went and found it.
That's true, he did. How many times has the mountain moved since you've lived on it?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't keep track.
How old are you?
Oh, I mean, 34, I think?
Has it moved more than once in your lifetime?
Probably. Probably at least a couple times.
Why have they moved it recently?
They don't tell me. I have no idea. No one. It's not like they announced this.
Is there any kind of lore or reason that is common knowledge as to why they move the mountain every so often?
She looks around and she says, now that I think about it, I feel like they were talking about, like, I wonder if there is a way to manipulate it to stop it from moving, or to move it if we needed to, but I never heard back, like, why or how to do it necessarily. It's not like they're screaming at the mountaintop.
So they don't control it.
It's good to know.
As far as we know. What was your job back in under Felix?
Oh, I didn't work.
Did your husband work?
Yeah. I don't know what he did. He was pretty secretive about his work.
Where's what's his name?
Gregory.
Not the dead guy. Clifton. Where's Clifton at?
I mean, he's probably sitting over by the food. He's probably hungry. And also like half asleep at the same time. But he's probably sitting over by the fire.
Why don't the two of you change back?
What do you mean? Like, back into humans?
Yes. How come nobody does?
I think it's because the were form is their true form.
That's how we identify. It's what we want to look like. It's just like, if you had the ability to look like a human, would you want to?
Circumstantial.
I, do not have the ability.
But if you did, would you want to?
I am who I am. By birth.
As are we.
You are born as a were.
Yes, my entire family are were creatures.
Would you allow me her statement saying she didn't know what her husband did? Would you allow me an insight on that?
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna go and talk to
Clifton.
It's an 8.
She's pretty hard to read. I mean, she seems pretty distraught, and she's still pretty scared.
Or actually, I'll look at Chatz and say, she's been through quite a tragedy today. We should let her rest. Maybe Clifton knows more.
I can relate. Perhaps. Tend to your dead. I'll get up and head over to Clifton.
Okay, sounds good.
You'll see me smacking his hand with a wooden spoon as he tries to reach in the pot.
He's like, oh.
Not yet, buddy. It's not done yet.
I'm hungry.
Soon.
I love their relationship. I ship it.
I mean, they did spoon, I'm assuming, in their cell.
There was
Now
no
they
space
spoon
not
again.
to.
I just spooned him.
That's good. So he is, like, licking his paw as he just got scolded by Rowan.
Be nice.
As you walk up.
And then I walk away from Chatz.
Clifton.
Who?
Oh my.
Like, he looks like a Pooh Bear. Like,
he's
he's like,
cute.
he's just sitting there, like, licking his paw, and he's like,
I love him and I want to keep him forever.
well,
You know why I use him as a pillow.
Are you descended from families on the mountain?
Yeah?
Oh. What did you do on the mountain?
you see him, like, look up at the sky.
Wow, what the fuck did I do?
For a good, like, 5 minutes, and he's like,
I was a professional prisoner.
I think I was a lumberjack?
Oh.
I don't... It's been a while.
Oh man, Rowan beat the dumb into him.
I did not touch him.
You were a lumberjack.
I tried to sneak up.
Are there many trees on the
You
mountain?
get a spoon too.
I would occasionally be escorted off the mountain to cut down trees nearby.
Oh. Okay. And, did you ever hear about who made the mountain move?
Why don't we start with this, Chatz? Why don't you go ahead and tell him about your daughter?
And as you say that, he looks at his paw and he looks real sad.
I know it's tough, buddy, but he needs to hear it.
Your daughter is your hand?
And he like growls as you say that, and he says, "No."
He's not a Pooh Bear anymore. Now he's mad.
Like, he gets up on his legs, and he stands a good, 6'5". So he's a little bit taller than you. Not as tall as Duke, but he is a big, burly bear. And he actually has dark red fur. Mm-hmm. And he says, "Why don't you sit down, kitty, and I'll tell you a story."
I step closer to him. So close, nice. We're just brushing fur.
Sure, yeah.
And I say, "You can tell it right here." And I growl back.
Okay.
That's him.
Yeah! Yes! So he growls at you again. And he puts his arms on your shoulder and pushes you down, to get you to sit.
Behave, children, or no food.
Chatz,
I'm not hungry.
I told you to be fucking nice.
I've been very polite.
You're being not polite right now.
Are you resisting him at all?
Sure.
He rolled pretty good.
Don't you just hate it when the friends don't get along?
What is this?
Just a strength check.
Just strength check.
Yep.
15, but
19. So he pushes your shoulders, and you feel your knees give out a little bit as he just plops you on your butt, and your tail folds underneath you as you wiggle and get your tail back out. And he plops down right in front of you with his legs out, almost like a kid, almost, like you're gonna play a ball game back and forth or something. But he definitely doesn't look innocent like a kid. And as he does, he sits down and he starts taking his claw and digging in the dirt a little bit. And you can see his expression changed from anger to deep sadness in his face. And he says, "Well, my daughter was out late one night in Under Felix, and on her way home, after leaving the courageous witch, several men followed her into a dark alley. They chased after her. She tried to run, but they eventually caught her, of course. And they took advantage of her and stabbed her. And, of course, with a silver dagger. They left her there to bleed out in that alley, which was only 2 blocks from my home, where she lived. Unfortunately, no one was there to save her, so she died alone in the alley. And he pounds the ground as he says this, and you see a couple tears start streaming down his face as he growls and says, "It wasn't until after her funeral that she came to me in the middle of the night, and her spirit told me who her murderers were, and I swore to her that I would get vengeance on them for what they did to my little girl. So, in a blind rage, I went and tracked them down. I heard they were in Shaggy Paw on an assignment. They were guarding some slaves, I guess. But I didn't know where. So I went to the Roaring Boot and asked around where I could find them in exchange for his help. I asked a slave at the Roaring Boot in exchange for his help. I said I would help him escape if he told me where they were. Unfortunately, someone ratted us out and reported me to the guard before I could kill those sons of bitches. And they threw me in jail with your friend here."
I understand.
He didn't say who they were.
He didn't say their names or anything, no.
So, I think of Marita, my wife, and how we met, and how it was a very similar story that she was attacked in such a way and that I protected her. I feel for him, but I'm reserved, and that's so I fold my arms and I say, what were her attackers' names?
He thinks about it for a second. And he says, I can't even remember anymore.
Were they weird creatures?
Yeah, they were guards. It's been too long. I don't know. And you can see like a look of sorrow and anger at the same time comes across his face. Like you can see him like almost beating himself up that he doesn't remember this.
Do you know the Tabaxi's name that you offered your help to?
I never asked his name. I didn't want to know his name. Names get you in trouble.
One more thing I have to ask from you. Was there something special about the night your daughter came back in her ghostly form? Was there a special object, or was it a special night? How did she communicate with you?
I never asked. She didn't tell me. I don't know if someone brought her back for me, or if... I mean, I've heard of weird magic that can, bring people back from the dead and shit, but I don't know anything about that. I'm a...
Oh, we know that.
I don't know. And you can see like a look of sorrow comes across his face. Like you can definitely tell that he is used to being, I don't want to say like unknowledgeable, but like he doesn't like the fact that he doesn't know these things, and it bothers him that he's not like educated in any way, really. Like almost like he starts like punching himself in the face kind of thing, like why don't you know this type of thing, but not physically doing that. Like you can just get the sense that he is beating himself up about not knowing what's going on, and he wishes he knew more.
Okay, George, don't beat yourself up. We appreciate everything you've told me tonight, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, thank you, Kitty.
Don't ever call me Kitty.
Okay. Cat.
It's Chatz, but that's close.
He's a simple man. Just tell him your name. He hasn't heard it yet.
Fine. I'm Catsmussen.
Maybe a bit too long for him.
You may call me Chatz, or you may call me Lord of Snoring Mountain, for it is my family's right to that land.
And you say that to him, and he gives you a very inquisitive look, like, you, what, and, huh, and that's crazy, and, like, you can definitely see, like, the face of someone trying to do, like, really difficult math that's really super easy.
Like the meme?
Yeah, exactly.
Math meme?
Yeah, like he's trying to draw the connection, and his brain just doesn't make that connection, and he's like, okay, Chatz. Like, almost condescendingly, like, okay.
Who rules over Snoring Mountain now?
I mean, Thordak does a lot of the legwork.
Thordak?
Thordak?
Not Thordak.
Kudath?
Kudath, thank you. Kudath. Thinking critical role. Kudath does a lot of the legwork. But Dominic is the head of the the were creatures.
Dominic is the boss bitch.
Does that name ring a bell with you, Mr. Chatz?
Not at all.
Kudath is the baby bitch.
What is Dominic's form?
He's a werewolf, I guess. I mean, that's the form he's always in. He's a very large man.
Bigger than Kudath.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, shit.
Why would Kudath
Oh, you have something new to fear.
Oh, good.
Why would Kudath be afraid of someone who's smaller than him?
Well, he might have taken
There's
orders from
many
somebody
other
smarter.
things that can bring fear than brute force.
You don't know were creatures like I do, then.
They like the bigger. They're simple-minded, Duke. The bigger, the more a
That's-
charge.
That's
Hey.
mean.
What's your name again?
Which, of course, means that you, as the biggest
Clifton?
member of our group, are the
Clifton.
more in charge of the group,
Clifton.
according to were creature logic.
I imagine that
According to my logic,
amongst the were
It's
people,
still-
there's legend and history. Correct? You tell stories,
you're the only one with
right?
any sense here.
I would assume so.
Do you know the name Kharkov?
Korokov.
He stares down at the ground for a while, way longer than you You don't really.
Did he
well,
fall asleep?
He's just staring. He's like, "What was the question again?"
I bring him a little bowl of soup to help him think.
And
Where's my soup?
he quickly gobbles the soup down.
You should have sawdusted that.
Should have what?
Sawdusted.
What does that mean?
Sawdust?
Yeah, he's clearly going to need more filling.
This will just help. It's a tiny snack for him.
Well, he's not ready for hibernation yet. He doesn't need to form the butt plug.
I'm assuming you're not saying that in character.
I don't know. We'll just let fate decide that one. Anyway,
He's still thinking. He can't hear anything right now.
he's eating.
Yeah, he is just gobbling.
It was more like, I guess I don't know if you are familiar with sawdusting, that was done in soup because of food shortages. You're making a single pot, and there's a giant fucking bear.
Yeah, right?
This is just a nightcap. We'll have real food in the morning. It is 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But seriously. Mine.
Ladle you somehow.
Thank you.
Ladle.
I'm actually going to take a small bowl, and I'm going to go sit over by Finnick, who is not apparently joined the rest of the group. I'm also going to reach into my backpack, and I'm going to pull out a small little purse. It makes a little bit of noise, and I'll also set it to either on the ground or the log, whatever we're sitting on right now, next to you, and I'll say, I know this doesn't cover everything, but it's kind of a start of a thing, so get me out of there.
I appreciate it. But you don't need to pay me to rescue a friend.
And I appreciate that. But you do... I pay my dues as well. So, if you do take it, it's 200 gold.
Oh, I will take that.
I figured.
It quadruples how much gold I have.
That makes sense.
What are you boys talking about over here?
Just paying a debt.
Okay.
While
And having some soup.
Good soup.
while
Mr.
the
Cooking.
animals are eating,
I had to feed
I
myself.
want to
for
pull
a
out
day.
this little.
I'm not an
ring.
animal.
I'm not saying this in character. I'm saying this in DM. Jesus.
I figured.
Sapphire is still offended.
Right? I was like, he's an animal too. That's like...
She felt the crossbow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
She knew. I want to take out that little ring I picked,
Okay.
and I want to kind of examine it and see if I can figure out what it is.
Okay. Roll me, I don't know, Arcana, I guess? I mean,
Okay.
My
You're not proficient.
Oh yeah,
in it.
nobody knows.
I know. I kept thinking. I'm like, I'm good at that. And I'm like, I am not good at that.
Yeah, it's not great. That's on 7.
Yeah, you have no idea what this thing is. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like a ring and it looks fancy.
Yeah, so none of us know how to magic items.
No.
Put it on, it won't hurt you.
Well, I can wait till the morning. I can at least see
Get a
if it
sleep.
is magic. I assume it is, but I can at least detect. Well,
Maybe asleep first, Chatz.
so okay. If something has a ritual tag,
Then you can cast it ritually.
just
10 minutes
do
usually.
I have to have it prepared for the day?
No.
Chatz, let me see for a moment.
Okay,
Oh yeah, you're magic.
kinda, yeah.
Because your ritual comes from your cleric side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need to have it prepared then.
Okay. I mean, I can just spend 10 minutes and determine if it's magic or not. So,
Okay.
I'll do that real quick.
Do you want to do anything while he's...
I touch it,
Okay.
and I try to focus on the item.
Okay.
So I actually don't really know how detect magic works because this doesn't tell me because it's a different ability that uses detect magic.
Detect magic literally just tells you that it is
Well,
magic.
because it
is magic in the
says
school.
using Constitution as your spellcasting ability.
Mm-hmm.
So, am I to roll for this?
No.
Because that's weird that it would add the
No,
extra.
detect magic is just detect magic.
So I faintly glow the color of the corresponding school.
You personally
I
glow.
myself glow.
Creepy.
I'm just using like the colors of like the spell school that is listed or that you can see in the icons.
Let me look at the spell schools and see what the colors are.
Just to keep it simple.
Yeah. Oh, like abjurations blue, divinations gray. Okay. I will say. Let me double check. I'm gonna go with purple. Yeah, purple. Which is illusion.
Okay.
Well, that's different. Are you...
Are you glowing because of the ring or something that you're doing?
I
Did
believe
you-
it's the ring.
Okay. Well,
Why are you purple?
Well, if you remember the time I was blue when I touched the branch, I had an idea that maybe it had something to do with the magic.
Okay. Well, do you have a better idea than just changing colors? Or
Well,
do you know what this means?
I believe
What the fuck
this
happened when
is. I believe this means illusion.
I don't know.
Illusion.
This is new to me.
Mm-hmm.
Purple is illusion? Is that
I-
your final answer?
That's what I'm going to
Do
go.
you
with.
want to phone a friend?
You seem
I
confused.
don't know what that is.
Oh, wow.
You seem very confused.
Oh.
And also purple.
This is new.
Well,
Oh,
Can you-
hell.
can you
I
roll
put the
a
ring
combo?
on.
well, you could have
Okay.
probably
You,
attuned
like-
to it.
So you put the ring
I
on,
do. You could.
and nothing
Yeah,
immediately
I'm not
happens.
proficient in Arcana.
Do I feel
Probably
anything?
anyone else. A little magic in you.
Not at the moment.
Okay. It's past 3 in the morning.
Mhm.
We should all rest, I think. And maybe things will make more sense. Maybe not the purple, but other things will make more sense come morning. We'll have a funeral. Chatz, you're the only holy man in the party, in the group, if you would.
Okay.
Funeral.
I could do something of the sort, I'm sure.
Right.
It's may not be what the family wants, but It will serve its purpose.
Just say some...
Evelyn, do the were creatures worship anyone on the mountain?
I mean, a lot of them worship different deities. It really depends on...
What about Gregory here and yourself?
I mean, we weren't very religious ourselves.
A non-denominational funeral then, Chatz.
Probably come up with something.
Perfect. Evelyn, I have my own tent because I gestured to all of the men that I party with. You can sleep in there.
Oh, okay.
If you'd prefer to stay by your husband, I understand.
I'm assuming you don't want him.
You cannot put that dead body in my tent.
she looks a little, sad, but also, understanding.
I will bring you a sleeping bag out here if you would like to stay next to his body.
It's fine.
It doesn't... I
I'll
don't think it's going to rain tonight.
I'll stay with him.
Torrential storms.
I mean, it's the...
Body's bloated by the time we get up.
Right.
I also don't know how all of you, plus I gestured to Clifton, are gonna, and then I gestured to the tent.
What the two?
Yeah.
If I were to bless this body, would you be better at ease?
I mean, I would feel more comfortable just staying with him for the night. This is the last night I'll get to sleep next to him.
Very well.
Well, you can stay out here with him for the night then. I'll bring you a sleeping bag.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Bedroll, as it were. Well, my tent is just one person, so...
I have my own tent.
Well, it's not a one-person tent, but it's my tent, and I'm the only female in the group. So, I don't want to share. But,
Sure.
I'm willing to. Finnick, if you'd like to stay, or Rowan, or the two of you. Leave the old men to their own men.
I'm fine here.
Yeah, you two go. It's fine.
Okay.
It's
It's just a tent, guys.
I'm actually going to get one more bowl of soup, and I'm going to come sit by you, Duke. When everybody has turned
one
in.
toe that fell asleep.
There you go. That's better. Anyway. So what are you guys doing sitting next to each other?
The glowing thing, that's not a thing you did before I met you, did it?
I believe. Yeah. Trying to remember when the first time that happened.
It's been a while.
In the forest.
We were at... Yeah, it was before. Yep. Well, the first time that it happened, I was not sure, but it was before.
Okay, but how recently before? Because the rest of everybody else seems to...
Look, all of this is still new to me, so it's probably equally strange to them.
Fair enough. Is it something that you're worried about, though? Is it a bad change?
It depends on your point of view. These kinds of things, when they emerge in us, like it is me, someone who did not grow up practicing magic, while I was educated some on it, it means the role I play for my people is not the one that I had hoped.
Well, we all don't get what we want in life sometimes, and I think I kind of learned that down in the dungeon. How to change a heart myself. I was visited one of the nights I was sleeping in the jail. Little white dove came and sat in my cell and started talking to me. I thought I'd gone crazy.
That sounds exactly like someone has gone crazy.
Yes, that's what I thought as well. Except for the little dove said that he, well, we call him Angus in town, but abroad, a lot of people call him Illmater. And he said that my bindings would be released, but that I had to keep faith.
What bindings do you have?
Bindings of my own hate.
Towards these were creatures and what they've done to your village?
No, my own bindings for hate for
Anything.
No, for being too weak when I was. Not being able to do anything about Kudath and anything like that. I think that's something similar you might be going through. The changes from these folks are seeming somewhat similar trappings that you might have.
Well, you're not far off. I don't like to share too much of it. I'm concerned it's going to get somebody hurt if they know too much.
I can understand that, but at the same time, who do you trust then? Because you can't hold it in all by yourself. Again, something I just learned as well. You don't have to have faith to be able to have faith in people that you know. We're here for you. Even though I just met you, I think you're a right good fella.
No, I don't mean ill.
Oh, I know you don't. But, do you mean ill to yourself?
No. But I'm willing to do what needs to be done for the good of my people. Though I'm recently learning they may no longer be mine.
People will always be your people. Don't let that doubt creep into your heart.
Not by law.
But in your heart they are.
I still care for them.
And I'm sure they still care for you.
And I've accepted all of these with the group. Even some that I don't bear ill will. There's no point. It's not always their fault. For now, I just hope that I can at least do good by Chatz. My goal, I know, takes far too long, and by the time I get there, it may be too late. But at least anything that I can do along the way will make things better. My people are regularly seen as monsters. And confused for those who are our own oppressors. Fortunately, we tend to look a little too much like them.
Fair enough. I got that a lot back in my town as well. I mean, you've seen me change. I basically look like I wear something or another most of the time.
Easily confused.
Very much so. You can understand what that would do to most normal folk in my town.
Most of the folk, they're just human.
Most of them are. Humanoid, at least. Definitely not were or bestial by any means.
Well, hopefully they can see a better day soon.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for helping us out. I know you've got Chatz as a reason to get onto the mountain, but I just wanted to say thanks. And I'll leave the bowl with you.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything before bedding down for the night?
I'm going to fluff the bear and use him as a pillow again.
He definitely just passed out after eating several bowls.
Yeah.
Tent. Oh, there's multiple tents.
He's really comfortable.
Are you two lovers now?
No, he's fluffy. Come feel him. He's asleep. He won't even...
And he's snoring like logs.
It's really peaceful to fall asleep.
Giant, floofy beanbag.
Yes.
Yeah.
I lay
And
down.
sound machine.
I lay down next to you with my head on the bear, and I'm like, "Oh, you're not wrong. You're very much not wrong."
Now go find your own bear. And I push you off and
I'm glad you're alive. And then I flip you off and walk away.
Love you too, Seth.
Yeah.
I want to go up to Evelyn.
Okay.
And I want to sit next to her and say, I would like to apologize if I come off as rude. I just would like one last question before you go to sleep tonight. In the Were Creature's history, I know you weren't very worldly, it seemed, of those sorts of things, but does the name Kharkov mean anything to you in the past 250 years?
She looks at you and looks down at Gregory. And a couple more tears stream down her face. And she looks up at you with almost like a apologetic expression, and she just shakes her head and says, I'm sorry. It doesn't ring a bell. As far as I know, I've never heard of this friend of yours. Kharkov?
Far from a friend. A werewolf. And he stole my child and killed my wife.
Oh my goodness. I mean, how do you know how long ago this was? I mean, maybe I know someone that maybe knows him.
240 years.
Oh goodness, definitely not then. I'm sorry.
It's not a family name. Do you know any Kharkovs on the mountain?
Wait, I thought Kharkov was his first name.
I don't know what his full name was. All I heard was Kharkov.
Oh, well. I'm sorry. I don't know anyone named Kharkov or from a clan Kharkov. The name means nothing to me, unfortunately. I wish I could be of more help.
All the color is gone and it looks like teeth.
You're not wrong. They do look like teeth.
Very well. Get
You
your
like
rest.
some
You'll need it.
liquor?
Thank you.
I would like to talk to Finnick. Are we all having emotional moments?
Oh gosh.
What are you talking about?
Dump a little more emotion on this.
Yeah, okay. Are you guys both in the tent together?
Yes, can we?
Like gal pals and get up?
Yes, I'm braiding his hair. No.
Nobody.
That's fair.
So I have a question, I guess? But it might breach into the subjects that we've already decided we don't want to talk about.
He'll roll over, but he'll be like really rigid, intense. What is that?
I've seen and heard you speak to your sword, and it seems to float
It does.
on its own, and the name I've heard you call it is the name we're not supposed to talk about.
I feel like it's all bristly.
So, I guess did you? The sword's not her, right?
She's with me.
That's very open-ended. Okay. Did you name the sword after her? Was it a gift? I guess she seemed very special to you.
She was.
And I know I asked you how she died, but then you ran away from me. So,
You're not wrong.
I guess I want to ask you again. What happened?
With her.
Does it have something to do with the Dragonborn?
No.
That's another reason then you hate Duke then. Okay, we'll get to there.
There's reasons I don't trust Dragonborns.
We'll get there. Let's stick with the first question.
Her and I were in the woods. It's where we felt safe and felt one with each other. We were planning our wedding that day.
Okay.
Looks into backstory.
Right.
So,
Like, I want to know how
because you mentioned that your parents didn't like her, right? I know we did have a brief conversation about that, maybe.
They came around.
Okay.
They didn't like that she wasn't like us.
Right. That's fair, I guess. But very wrong, also. Parents, weird. So you were planning your wedding. That's exciting. Did it happen?
It did not.
Okay. What happened?
Well, we were in... Let me read this a little bit.
Okay.
I have an idea of what it, but I want to, make sure I...
She's really uncomfortable asking you these questions, but she, wants to know more about you, so she's, really awkwardly doing it.
I can tell you what she smelled like.
That's
Because that's
helpful.
in there.
Mm-hmm.
Lilacs.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, maybe. It just says fresh flowers spiced in the scent of the metal forge. So basically, we were in the woods. She was showing me this, and he'll pull out the trident. She had just made this, and she was so proud of herself. We were practicing while we talked about our upcoming wedding,
Okay.
and that's when we heard it.
Heard what?
We didn't know what it was right away. It was just loud sounds and crashing through the forest. We immediately looked around and went back to back and went into our stance. And we saw it. The largest dragon I've ever seen.
A dragon?
It was a small one. It was a baby, but it was the largest I've ever seen at that point.
Did you fight it?
We ran.
That would be the smart thing to do, yeah.
We just ran.
Okay.
She's not as fast as I am, but we ran.
Okay.
We made it all the way back to the village and were screaming.
Okay. Did the dragon follow you?
It did.
Is that why you can't go home?
I don't want to say where it happened.
Is that how you lost her? Did you lose your family too?
They survived, but she didn't.
It's hard to go back to a place where you've lost so much. I get that. Thanks for not running away from me when I asked you.
Thanks for being my friend.
Always. I haven't had many friends outside of my siblings. It's nice.
I just had my parents and Pepper.
So, did you name the blade after Pepper after that happened, or did you already have it, or?
I found this after she was gone. After I went searching for power. She's with me.
But not actually. She's not actually in the... I've read about lots of cursed items and magical items and living items.
This blade isn't cursed.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
But she is with me.
That's nice. Yeah. Okay. Care to elaborate?
She helps me fight.
So you found the sword. Is that what gives you your powers?
Yes, I have no powers. It's all the sword.
Oh. All of it? Everything you could do? It comes from the sword?
Besides my shifting abilities, yes.
That's a pretty cool sword.
It's my favorite sword.
Yeah. Did she make the bow too?
She did not.
Oh, okay.
But she did make this.
Make the javelin thing.
The trident. Yeah.
Trident. Yeah. Okay. That's the lightning one, right?
It doesn't do anything.
Or it doesn't do anything. It's just a really cool.
It was just a trident. Like when we were writing the character, I was like, "That should have a trident. That'll be cool." And then you said it had a trident. And I was like, "He's not gonna have a trident." And then I wrote a backstory that made she had a trident.
Then we made it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that would make sense that you'd keep it close to you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So then I guess I will pull out my bow and fire it at you. Just kidding.
Perfect.
What is happening?
Just fire. You just see fireworks in the tent. They're like,
and I'll say, this used to belong to somebody else too. Your trident.
"Whose was it?"
I
I feel like we're gonna learn some shit about Sapphire too.
don't know. Let me look into my backstory.
Jeez, who doesn't know their backstory by heart?
Who doesn't know names by heart? It's me.
What are backstories?
What are names?
What are names?
What are the
See, I've
rules?
got backstories for literally 20 different characters on here.
Oh.
Wait, did I open the wrong
Oh
one?
my
Oh
gosh.
no, I opened the right
Woo.
one. Sapphire.
I was just like pure sugar.
Sapphire.
Oh yeah, right.
Brief backstory summary. Sorry, this is like 10 pages long.
Oh, same. That's why I.
Nope. Material plane. Nope. Past that. What's that? Elemental plane? Yeah, that's right.
I'm assuming you're cutting all of this out.
Sorry.
Probably not.
No, I figured. I was joking.
Gotcha. I got a name. Back to serious. His name was Tempest.
Was he your brother?
No, my brother's name is Onyx.
You could have more than one brother.
I probably do. Honestly. My
Yeah,
mom
right.
got around.
Right.
I hope he's not my brother. I make a face. No, he's not. I've met his mother.
You speak in present tense. Is he still here?
Probably not. But I like to pretend that he is.
When did you leave him?
When I met these guys. Just right before then.
Well, if you cared for him, so why did you leave him and join these old men?
It's complicated.
Love usually is.
We were part of a rebellion group. Well, actually, he was one of the leaders of the rebellion group. That gives you a lot of enemies.
It does.
There's a lot to it, but he was arrested. And, that kind of bounty on your head usually means execution.
We could always go find him. Rescue him. We've done that
He was
before.
one of the most wanted people there. It would have been a very public execution.
Doesn't mean it's happened yet.
It's been weeks.
Might have wanted to draw it out to prove a point.
Maybe. I guess. That'd be...
Now that we've rescued Rowan and brought Chatz back to where he belongs, we could leave and go find him.
Yeah. I don't want to go back there. But, yeah. Sure.
It's an option.
I don't know what's next for all of us once we save Chatz' home, honestly.
It's not our job to save it.
It's kind of what Rowan hired you for, isn't it?
He just told me to find Chatz and bring him to the mountain.
Well, I posthumously promised my mother that I would help her friends with their goals. And, she never asked me to do anything before. So, I kind of want to at least honor her last wishes.
It's kind of you.
Sometimes I can be kind.
You usually are.
You've only known me for a few weeks, Finnick.
True, but you're the best person of this group.
I don't
rest
know
are-
how true that is. But, what's with you hating Duke so much?
I don't trust Dragonborns.
But why? He's not all the other Dragonborns in the world that might have wronged you.
Just have never had good dealings with Dragonborns.
I haven't known him for very long, but he honestly seems like one of the more level-headed people in this group, if I'm going to be honest.
It's not the words I would use, but
Well, Chatz dressed up like a hooker to break into a city. Rowan got arrested for fighting in a pit. And then you and I, well, we both know our own issues. I don't know anything about Duke. He doesn't talk about himself at all. For all I know, he's an axe murderer. But at least he's a
He does have an
level-headed
axe.
one. He does. He does have... What if he's on the run for murder?
I'm sure he's killed.
I mean, we've all killed.
And you did hear me talking
Yeah.
to something
Yeah.
where there wasn't a person.
Yeah, he also talks to himself. Did you... I've heard him talking to himself. So...
I don't believe he's sane. He talks a lot of words, but he doesn't ever say anything.
That's accurate, actually. Yeah, he does. You're right. He's the real crazy one in the party. Chat's the same one. You're right. I mean, Chat talks a lot of crazy, but it all makes sense. Most of it, at least when you think about why he's saying all the crazy stuff, you know? You know, he's depressed, he's sad, his daughter's dead. Of course he's gonna ramble.
He
No.
is quite emotional.
Yeah. Emotions are dumb, right?
Hear Rowan, snore a little bit and then say, "Be quiet."
He kicked me off the fluffy bear cushion.
I'll send Trevor in there, I swear to God.
Maybe I want Trevor to come in here, Rowan!
Oh, it's that kind of party.
Where's Dorian?
We should go to bed.
Yes, we've had quite a night.
Yeah. And I pull Lucky out from behind my hood.
Forgot that was there.
Lucky number 2.
And you see a small cat, probably about 2 years old. It's pure black. Pure black. Yeah, just like Freya.
It's Freya.
She may have been the inspiration.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I give him
demon
some
kitty.
food scraps and some water, and I go, I bet you had a really stressful evening. But you're still a good kitty. We're keeping him.
You don't even know if it is a him.
Chucks.
You tried that once.
I did, it didn't work. We're
Oh.
keeping
I'll look.
it.
Animal handling?
Yeah, my animal handling is not so good. I rolled really good on my animal handling, but not my check for penis.
You have no idea.
These small ones always confuse me. I can never tell.
They
Maybe
definitely.
ask Chatz. He's a little more familiar with this, I think.
They definitely.
Chad's the one who found him.
They,
Or it.
they definitely did not like you manhandling them, and so you get scratched by.
Oh, it's okay, Lucky too. It's okay. He's bad. He's bad man, isn't he?
Oh.
And they just start licking your hand.
Oh, he's non-binary.
Who's a good they? Them.
Yeah.
Kitty. We should go to bed. It'll be an early morning of us doing, I don't know what.
Hopefully eating some more of that food Rowan makes.
Oh yeah, he's such a good
Yeah.
cook. I'm so glad we saved him. If we had to leave anyone behind, I'm glad it wasn't Rowan.
Same.
So, unless anyone else wants to do anything tonight,
Long rest.
Yes, please, long rest.
so
Oh, I haven't seen my HP that high in a long time.
Right. So, everyone beds down for the night. Some of you a little bit easier than others, but after having some stew in some of your bellies, it makes it a little easier to fall asleep.
It changed D&D Beyond, and I don't know where. Aha, there it is.
Yeah, it's slightly different. Chats. As you are sleeping, you feel like you're having a little bit of difficulty staying asleep. So you fall asleep and you have horrible dreams and you immediately wake up in a sweat.
Kitty sweats.
Yes. And that happens consistently throughout the night. Like you try and fall asleep and you see some horrible visions of that night, of dead tabaxis, their blood flowing in the streets, and werewolves and werebears and were-tigers just eviscerating your friends, not necessarily your family, and you're constantly being woken up by these terrible visions. You do successfully get a long rest, so don't worry about that. Okay. But it starts to plague you that this, for some reason, is causing a toll on your mind. Like you feel like it won't go away. It's just a constant. No matter what you try and do, it's all you can think about and all you can dream about. But you all do successfully, so have a long rest. and you all level up.
Whoa!
My birthday. is
Jailbreak level up.
Level 11?
Yes. So,
Oh shit! What am I getting? I wasn't ready for this.
so
I don't think
know
you
what
got
to
2 weeks to
do.
figure it out.
yes,
really.
you have 2 weeks. So,
Wait, but let me roll my hit dice.
so yeah, everyone go ahead and roll your hit
Yeah.
dice quick.
Manage HP. What do I... Oh, wait. Oh, no, I have it set as... Wait.
I think it automatically just does it.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
I do, because I have it set as
Are we?
the auto one.
You can roll if you like, or you can just take the fix. It's
Level
totally,
11.
totally fine either.
I'll
way.
take it. I got 10.
Yeah, I just do the fix. That's what I have before, so... Ooh, do I get anything new? No. Wait,
Yeah.
what's this? Distance Strike.
I don't think we get anything at this
There's a
level. do we?
question.
I
You know
do.
what?
At level 11, you get the ability to... When I take the
Oh.
attack action, I can teleport 10 feet before each attack to an unoccupied space. Guess who else can zip around the field now, Rowan?
Right.
Me.
Man,
I zip. I zap.
zip and zap.
Mm-hmm.
Zip,
I come to the
Is the
attack.
name of your fist? Zip and zap?
Zap.
zip, zap, a
Is the
zippity, a
sugar
zippity.
affecting you?
Maybe.
No. Josh is going to try to go to bed tonight, and I'm going to be like, hey.
Macarena?
So that's
Are you guys down for Monster of the Week then?
If it works for you. I'm not gonna...
If I attack at least
I was
2
like,
creatures with
who's
my
Fox
action, I can make an
Ashford? I
additional
forgot he was a
attack, which
backup
means if
character.
I attack 2 different creatures, I can have 3 attacks in one
Christian, are
action.
you-
That's pretty fun.
I'm good. Let's do it.
Okay.
What are we doing?
If you want to announce that for
Oh,
next
yes.
week, then...
Next week we're doing Monster of the Week again, as Travis and I will be gone. So they will have their session and continue with their escapades.
The conclusion of Save Dawn, because she's going to turn into jelly, I
Well,
guess.